Bonus question.
Man, I was like, yeah, that's like a chill intro, wasn't it? At the end part
Dude,
of that.
Shit, I was swimming in that. Go back.
right?
That was good.
What a it's
It was
such
like
a
yeah,
it's such
floaties
a
and everything. We're just like, ooh, yeah.
it's such a transition. You go from that hype HBO to the somber.
So it hits here and then it just kind of levels out.
Oh yeah, it's like a roller coaster, man.
Mhm.
Go for the ride.
Yeah.
Intro has me feeling like it's 1985 with the family.
Yep.
Right.
Get the popcorn, and you have to get it off the stove. You didn't have any microwave popcorn back then. You had to do the pop off the stove with the foil and shit. I don't know. Or my mom actually had one of those plastic poppers. They just poured in there and it shot it out when they were done.
Yep. My mom had that too. That wasn't until a little bit later though. Like early on it was the old, pot and oil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good
We have one of those stainless steel popcorn makers. It's like a big steel pot with like a handle that you have to turn.
Oh,
That's
you actually
cool.
have like a stainless steel popcorn
Yeah.
maker pot? Wow.
Yeah.
That's really
Nice.
cool. That is cool. And
Jiffy
because
Pop, I never really did Jiffy Pop as a kid.
We did it a couple times, yeah.
I tried it once recently and I burnt it.
Well, and when you hear all those things about those bags, the microwave stuff, how like not good it is for you, like as far as
it's all the powdered flavor and the salt and butter
and the bag kind of like whatever's in the bag burns into it, and you're eating plastic and whatever else. But
although a bag, microwave bag of popcorn still does taste good.
Dude, I tell you, this is my overshare because it's Friday night and I don't give a damn. But that's exactly what happens with me. I get the kettle corn, the buttery kettle corn. It only comes in the little boxes, but I do buttery kettle corn, and then I melt a half a stick of butter, and I pour it over it, and that is the best Miralax. It's not laxative, but it the next morning I'm good. Like
that'll get you moving.
Yeah, it's probably of course the grease, the oily, the butter and all that helps everything kind of. So there's my overshare of the night. Yeah. Yay. Real quick before we get into it, I'll start sounding off. We got Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess is here. Greetings to you, young lady. How are you? We got Frankie Rivera with the coolest thumb in town.
Hey Frankie.
Yo, Frankie, what are you doing, Frankie? Huh? We have Mikey doing two different.
I am here, yes.
Nolan is here, which makes us pretty cool.
There it is. It's an official Toy Tube chat when it's Nolan's in the chat.
That's right. Jetman is here, and I was just talking to Jet. I still have Random Diorama show going in my TV, so I'm like, nice. I saw him over there too. Kenzo Plumber and chat, yeah, Plumber, yeah. And I am Faker Kenzo today because I don't have a hat, so that's why I put Faker Kenzo.
I'm wearing mine backwards for some reason.
I wore a Faker shirt, so
Mhm.
I feel like a
All
backwards hat kind of day.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course,
Guru.
I'm rocking you today. You know,
Yeah.
after that Wednesday, can we just, can we talk about that Wednesday real quick?
Ooh, wow,
Oh my God.
dude. I was seriously like, after it ended, I was just sitting there going, "What the frick just happened, man?" I was like,
I was really shocked. Like, I was like, okay, everyone's like the $30. I'm like, I'm just gonna drop a 50 and then I'm in like Flint, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
no problem. No. Then it was like that just set off an explosion of these people just, home
That was like,
arcade,
challenge
set me on site.
accepted.
I'm
Challenge accepted. Let's do
like,
this.
yeah, right. And I was like,
what?
whoa.
Yeah, instead of being like a jackhammer, it was just like it was a challenge, literally. Oh man. First time catching the Insomniac show. All right. See how
Who
long he
won?
lasts. Yeah, because he's at it's only 11:30 and it's a Friday, Guru, but I'm sure you probably had a long week. So the collector,
Whoa.
Guru, where are you located? Maybe he's East Coast, maybe it's 12.
He's in my city.
Oh, he's in your city.
He's a local guy. We're gonna meet up and have a slopper, damn it. We're gonna have a slopper schooner like I did with John. We got Matthew is here. Welcome in.
If you don't know what that is, it sounds really wrong.
It does, yeah. A slopper is a open-faced, chili smothered cheeseburger, and a schooner is just a mug of frozen mug of beer. Yeah.
Me and Kenny for an old schooner and a slopper.
Man, it's. I'm telling you, if you don't think of it the gross way, you would love it. But I'm telling you, Sight Beyond Sight. Speaking of challenge accepted.
I know,
Sight
right?
Beyond Sight came over. You had the little hammer, and Sight Beyond Sight came with like a sledgehammer and like knocked everybody out. Oh my goodness! All right, so I think we got
Sight Beyond Sight.
I had was it Mjolnir, and then he came with Stormbreaker.
There you go.
You take the little one.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of, here's the other challenge accepted.
We going for a repeat of Wednesday? No, not me. I'm out this time.
That's hilarious. Look at Allison Slopper was my ex-sister's nickname in high school. Welcome in Home Arcade. Welcome in everybody. Looks like we finally did catch up. So, and if anybody in the chat would like to join, let me know. I'll send you the link. We'll get this party started. We got 3 of us in so far. We got up to what, 10?
Yeah, you can go up to 10.
I was like 10.
Last week, I think we had 5, right?
Yeah.
It was Cobb got in here. And then there was.
I was here until I went to go find that photo. And
we screwed him.
K-Dog.
K-Dog was here. Because you gotta vouch for me on this one, Mikey. When I came back, I said, "Where'd Bud go?" And
yes,
was
we were all looking for you, dude.
And Mikey was the one that was like, "Oh, you got photos? Get them." So I went on a little adventure to go find the photos, and it must have like knocked me off the stream.
15 minutes. We thought it was going to be like a 2-minute.
It took me a while to find them, but I did find them.
He probably took a second, started watching a show, and then go, "Oh no, what am I doing?"
Like I literally posted a minute and a half after the stream ended. Like I got the photo. Oh,
damn. All right.
But I think you signed off though, because like even your thing went away. That's why we were like, "Where'd he go?"
Oh,
yeah, you did.
Well, I know if I'm tabbed out for a while, it like actually boots me out.
Yeah, it idled out.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, look, Yurko's in the house.
Check back in.
Welcome in, Yurko. He's Yurko has the best timing ever, because if you guys didn't see on his channel or on his page or on, nobody just goes to Cults 3D every day just to look at stuff like I do. He did drop the weapons for tomorrow's drop. So instead of having those big old clunky swords, we're gonna get the Yurko swords. Oh, so excited. So,
which those are 100 times better. It's not just the repaint of there you go, my Fisto back here. Well, you can't really see him because the mic, but I mean Fisto has the same sword too. It's just that generic Triclops sword.
And these I started I just did a mass black spray of all of them, and now I'll cover them with the gray and the red for the staff. And then
it's a little annoying she's not even coming with the staff. Like they could have just did what they did with the new 4-pack, give her King Randor staff and just paint it black.
Yeah, something. Like you said, it could have been something, but that is absolutely, like I say, I always look at it like that. Like if it's not, we always know that, because Yurko is not just a designer or whatever, where he says, oh yeah, I make some. He knows what's going on. He sees what's not being made, and he's like, okay, here we go. And then and it's exactly like the classics stuff. So
yeah,
that's the beauty of it.
He fills the gaps that are needed. It's nice.
Yeah, in multiple drops that they've screwed up on. So, but yeah, that Chitara. Yeah, Home Arcade, man, he got that early. That Lion-O was whoo.
Yeah,
I know you said you didn't like a couple parts about
something.
it. But...
Must be nice when you get it from Mattel.
Yeah. I was bullshitting. They ain't send me shit.
Yeah, it's sending me shit.
Damn Mattel. They're sending it to only the little fancy. I don't know. I don't even know who gets them anymore, right?
Watch, Mr. Home Arcade's been lying to us the entire time. When he finally does take off his mask, he's Josh, the fucking marketing manager from Mo2, and he actually does get all of his figures early.
Oh, see.
He's just a Mattel employee.
Yep.
Oh, man. Yeah, Oh, and Sight Beyond Sight, I'm with you 100%. That would be... Bud and I already have one, but that's because we had to make one. And yep, look, Home Arcade. He
Bud, you made him too?
Yeah.
I made her.
Actually got her.
We got him. He came clean. Home Arcade says it's true. No. Yeah.
Nice.
I just used my sorceress that came with the castle. Since I had the other one, I didn't really want her, so
that's good. And he
just popped her head, had to sand down the neck a little bit because the peg joint was a little too tall for the sorceress head, so I had to whittle it down a bit. But yeah,
that's
she works for now.
She-Ra head from like the re-release or what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, there we go.
Nice.
Just a little putty on the chest, sanded down. I'll try to sand down as much as the feathers as I could. But
that's cool.
Yeah,
it's janky, good. But it works.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good.
What's up, Jeff? Welcome in, sir. Creations is running a sale too. Probably going to grab a Vicron with my Dispara. Yeah, they usually, and that's kind of cool. Sometimes they do that where like they'll surprise us with a drop or two, but it's kind of nice when they do that so you can kind of help get the shipping.
Yeah, I'm deciding between Hurricane Hordak and the Vulture guy. I can't think of his name. Voltac.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't have him, and it's cartoon collection, but whatever.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the route everything's going now, right? I mean,
yeah. I have a theory when I saw Mr. Home Arcade's video for like a Lion-O. The fact that they have a whole new buck, there's no way that buck is just for the Thundercats crossover. And since they're leaner and thinner, I'm thinking if they might be doing new adventures down the line, and that's the bucks that they're going to use. Since New Adventures did have that thinner.
Yeah, makes sense.
That would be cool. I would love that because,
yeah,
I always talk
about Oh my god, like the number one thing I want is a New Adventures She-Ra. They need to put that figure in because I love
the one from Classics.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a cool one. King Panther, welcome in TGIF. Let's get some good topics going. Love and support from the big city of Chi-Town.
Chi-Town, Chicago.
You need those wings, bud.
I do. Yeah. Well, I do got a pair of the wings coming with April, but I want purple wings.
Yes. Or yeah, that's another thing. The DC license too. That's another thing they can use that with. So that's a really good thought too.
Oh man, if there's some Origin style DC figures coming,
Origins Motu versus DC, like they did with classics.
I'm there, 100%. Like,
oh, here we go. Though, pray they don't reuse the Thundercats book for new adventures. Now Chitara is a different story. She is perfect. So, I mean, and I know they did drop 2 different sizes of the new adventures, especially the He-Man at least. You know, you had the bigger, bulkier one, and then you had that kind of the scrawnier one. But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it won't be too bad. But yeah, I don't know. Just depends. But they are thinner. It is the line is a little bit I mean, obviously,
because like Cartoon Collection is thinner than Origins and they're taller.
Yeah.
These ones are just a little bit shorter, but they're even like more like lean.
Yeah. Or if they.
Yeah. Nolan says he's all in too. Motu versus DC. Everyone wants it.
Yeah. Jeff and Nolan both. Yep. That definitely. And it's probably going to be in the next 2 years.
What would be cool is if they actually expanded. Like there were some, I guess, that were on the slate that they never got to. Of course, it's not coming to mind right now, but there were some that were like planned that they never did for classics. So if they like released those, it'd be pretty cool.
Alice has got the rumors they're going to do more 2000X in Origins. That thinner buck would work well for 2000X.
Yeah.
Very true.
I think it would be weird that they're doing 2000X and Mondo's doing 2000X too, though. That's what's weird.
Yeah. Well, but they're going to be doing a taller, Masterverse type size.
Bit. It is more Masterverse size, yeah.
Yeah. New Chitara is better than Super 7
version. It's also collector grade versus retail.
Yeah.
True.
Big time.
If you like the 2000X but you can't afford it, hey, guess what? Here's these Origins.
Yeah. They'd be stupid not to. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, they did the same thing with the Wrestlers. So, they'll probably do that. I would imagine they would. And I'm really excited to get that Chitara, man. I don't mind. I mean, even when you look at the orders, I think even the earliest, even the Amazon says July 3rd is what Amazon's saying when that order's coming in of those Thundercats, but we shall see. Last week, I left the random question of favorite childhood Halloween memories. Where you guys see those toy industry going? Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, we will definitely. Yeah, we're gonna star this comment so that way we can.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah,
I have photos for that too.
Oh yeah, and Yurko, I would like to see how they resolve Wily Cat and Motu. That would open up a new customs, or they will pass them by and not do them. Then that would be crazy, right? I mean, you would at least think that I'd hope that they would give us the main group, like even if because the secondary group. I mean, there's not that many on the good guys, right? I mean, you've got your first wave of the crew that came, and then you got the second wave that came after when they thought they didn't make it, and they did. I think they have plenty of time to get it all done. I hope they do. I mean, it would be cool to see a smaller figure like that too.
It would depend how many like cartoon collection characters. I know there's the episode that's Star Child. She had like blonde hair, little girl, kind of like red or pink outfit.
Yeah, they were fighting over.
Yeah.
We can afford Origins. Mondo is going to be too expensive. Robert, true. Welcome in. Robert, any predictions for San Diego Comic-Con Motu exclusives? How about Mossman, Masterverse?
New attorney Mossman.
Well, that's, like there's like the giant Mossman that's kind of been rumored. I mean, I'd love to see one of like a 2-bat again, but the actual Origins version, not the cartoon.
Yeah.
With weapons.
Yes, exactly. Like, give him a nice, cool package design, very similar, not like similar but different than the cartoon one. I think you can make something cool out of that.
Yeah, very true. Be surprised if they do those two. It'd be nice to see. Yes. Hope the Bruce Warlord Origins version. I mean, they have the capability. I mean, as long as they can get the license for a lot of this, they can do so much. Like any of those 80s cartoons, I mean, as long as somebody else isn't already doing it, why not, right? Like that definitely would be a cool. If they give us Wile E. Kitten Cat, they could give us DreamWorks She-Ra. Yeah, that's true. Yep, because of the small, definitely because of the smaller.
Bam. All right.
Smaller bucks there.
Found my Halloween photo. I'm just gonna screenshot it so I don't lose it.
DMT neutrinos and the Renatilli.
Yeah, it's weird because like they put her in right away, like in the first issue of the bigger comic crossover, and she wouldn't be really that hard to do in Origins. I mean, she's also a very Jack Kirby inspired character. It would fit in like the Motu world.
I also, guys, had even. Oh my goodness!
Oh, what is going on here?
Yeah, right. I had a large shipment today.
Damn.
I'm gonna start opening these bad boys up. So you can go back to me once it's open. Go back.
All right. Sorry. I was looking at the chat. My bad. Another dimension. Yeah, I mean, because sometimes you get surprised with how deep the deep dives go, and sometimes they come up with some. You're like, hey, I didn't really expect that one, but other times you're like, that was about as deep as some of the ones they already came out with. That would have been kind of cool if they, but because I mean, a lot of the collectors most likely were gonna probably buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh, now you ready?
First one.
All right.
This is for the San Diego County Fair that's coming up. I needed a little bit of an upgrade. This was
vintage, baby.
No.
Hold on.
That's a good looking figure. Yeah. Don't break it. No, I'm sure.
I know, right? Like, get in there.
It's the sexy dominatrix Marge Simpson figure.
That's
yeah.
cool.
So my Evelyn that I had, her legs were shot. I wanted one that would be able to, even with one of the stands that you're kind of working on.
Yeah.
Like, does the wand still glow?
Stand. Do these glow?
Yeah.
I haven't had a wand for her.
I had one when I was a kid and never knew it glowed until literally a month or two ago. I saw it on a Battle Ram post. And I was like, what? They glow?
I did not know that.
I don't know if it's all of them or some of them.
Holy shit, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, that is dope.
That's tight.
No way. It's very faint, but yes.
Yeah. Oh, Kenny, you should see if you could get the blue glow in the dark resin.
Yep. The mini comic.
Print off a sorceress staff or the original one, so it actually freaking glows.
It would look good with the blue, wouldn't it? Oh, well, it's got the book too. Or the mini comic.
Nice.
That's cool. I forgot that the Zodak had that glowing part for the Masterverse for the vintage.
Oh, this is the comic with the infamous. I fisted some hard.
Oh my god!
I couldn't fist them all. See, people, that's okay, but freaking the line that was in the Revelation show, everyone lost their mind. It was like, no, that's not fisto. It's like, that literally is.
Well, I mean, that's not even what he says. Someone edited it to make it so that he couldn't fist. He says, I fought hard, He-Man, but I couldn't defeat them all. Nothing about
so the fist wasn't the actual original.
No, yeah. This is
okay. All right. Never mind. My bad.
That was someone being geniusly funny. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Here, let me get you back up there.
I'm like, am I got it lined up right? Can't even see.
Yeah.
I thought the original line was just someone who put that in, and then they realized what they put in, and they put a running change really quick.
Nope. That's funny.
So yeah, pretty stoked about that because I didn't even have Evelyn on display last year because she was just in rough shape.
Well, I did. I remade the Evelyn one tonight, and then I
this
did
next one,
the Spikor one too. I redid those.
This next one, guys,
fire
from across the pond. Let's put it that way. Came all the way from Deutschland.
Is that Holger?
From Nino Ade. Nino Ade. He is a comic book writer.
Oh, is that the book that
what?
Adam had?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna mute while I open it.
All right.
Yeah, I decided to pull out the Horde figures because of tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
Got definitely gonna be getting.
And we'll end up getting. I mean, it's kind of cool how they're doing it. I mean, I wasn't expecting the Dispara. That was a really nice surprise.
Yeah.
That was really definitely a good surprise. And it just seems like everything that any of those deeper ones, and they just keep on smacking Scott and Knightlick in the freaking balls and saying, "Here you go, buddy. We're making them too."
All right. As long as they don't bring out what's his face, that purple.
Oh yeah,
clown.
no, they better not. Oh.
So this is they call it the Whitman comic. It was a comic that was released. It's basically a retelling of He-Man's origin, completely different than the mini comics, than the cartoon, like completely different of everything. I mean, He-Man.
Spoiler: Skeletor kills.
Spoiler: Skeletor murders. There is a murder done in here. It's pretty crazy.
Murder, death, kill.
Kill. It's very, very adult.
Nice.
It's all so only about, I think it was like 20-something pages were done. And the gentleman I was just mentioning, Nino, you can follow his Instagram. Let me see if I can get that for you.
Yurko's heard very good references to this book and say it's made with lots of love.
Nice.
Yes.
How much is it?
Here's his Instagram, if you can see that. No, can't see that. Now you can see it. There you go.
Nino _Ade_comics_art.
Yep.
All right.
And he made this for the Los Amigos convention over there. They just did a pre-order for this in German, but this is the English version that was already released.
That's really cool.
So if you speak German, you can get it in German. If you go to the Los Amigos, I think they have it up for pre-order.
Oh,
I thought that was me for a sec.
Yeah, no, it's Mikey, come back.
Oh, dude, my Wi-Fi, man, I tell you.
He's stealing Wi-Fi from McDonald's down the road. No.
Yeah, I got exactly.
We can hear you now, but you froze up. Your picture's frozen.
Am I still frozen?
Yep.
Really? Oh.
Yep, it's you holding a book.
Let's see. Better?
Nope. You turn off the camera and then maybe that. No. Yep, there you go. Back to normal.
Okay.
Good to go. Good to go. How much is it?
He's obviously a fan of
Mark
Taylor. Lots of.
That's a cool one.
Lots of shout outs to Mark Taylor back in the back pages there.
Thanks, Yurko, for putting that in the chat. Appreciate it.
Clearly, I think Battle Ram blog had Adam was part of that, so that's really sweet.
Yeah, he knows a thing or two about a thing or two. I know that.
Honestly, I only know a thing or two about a thing or two because Adam knows a thing or two about a thing or two. Like, he is my resource. Him and James, man, like, those are my two Motu gurus. But very, very excited to read that.
That's cool. That's cool. What was the pre-order price on it?
I want to say it was like $50.
Okay. There you go, Matthew. 50.
Maybe less. Maybe it was like $40 on 40 euros. So here in the US, it's a little more.
A little more than 40. Yeah. Very cool. And there's his Instagram right there.
There you go.
Head over and check him out. Give him a follow. Tell him Jay sent you. Oh wait.
Tell him Jay sent you. All right. Last.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm trying to remember. This is probably old figures because I've just had everything. Basically, Big Bad Toy Store is my new storage facility until they're like, we're not going to store this anymore, and then they send my pile of loot out. So.
And then you get it, open it up, and then put it in a different storage box.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's okay. That's okay. Oh, and so I'm the only one not on mute. Okay. So, guys, how we doing tonight? Everybody, welcome to the show. Don't forget to tip your waiters. Oh. Yep. I'm doing some painting.
Okay, so that big old box is only 2 figures.
What? Hold on. Oh, little
Modulok.
Modulok. Kind of has a little bit of a weird ring to it now. Modulok.
Yeah, I know. A little bit of a stinkiness to it, isn't it?
Right.
I agree.
Talk radio on the end of it, and you're like, oh.
It's a little soured.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, it definitely took away from the.
That was my life on Saturday nights for a while.
Yeah. Yep, he always trying to compete with everybody. Let's just play whenever everybody else is doing stuff. We'll do our show. Nice. I gave Ed shit today. He was in Radnom's thing, and I said, "Oh, you're a toy merc, huh?
Oh, wow.
You're on Toy Mercs and not my channel."
I can't believe it took me this long to finally get this guy,
dude. And awesome. He is so cool because he's so much bigger. It's like so much beefier than the old one, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's really cool.
I wish some of the modularity was a little bit different, but
hold on.
All in all, he's great.
I can do little.
Oh yeah.
Sedan here. It's comparison time.
Yeah.
A little bit brighter, definitely beefier. Like that little thing is.
Yeah, well, the neck definitely in the chest and.
Yeah,
it's a heavier.
The way the legs can get taller, so yeah.
Yeah, he's quite a bit heavier than.
The double neck is much more pronounced. As
I had I customized mine so it looked a little more like the
vintage,
the classics one.
Oh, classics, okay.
Because I much prefer that neck peg style.
Well, I'm gonna open this guy up because I have 2, and I'm just gonna leave the other one sealed.
All right,
I'm gonna mute up.
Cool. I got an email today saying that Orko and Fangman and who else? Orko, Fangman, and Grizzlor are on the way from Entertainment Earth. So
the
they
cartoon collection.
I got the cartoon collection has shipped from Entertainment Earth. It's on
I'm real
the way.
curious to how much smaller the cartoon collection Orko is.
You mean Uncle Montour? Just joking.
Yeah.
I'm probably only gonna. I mean,
I'm probably only gonna have him displayed as Uncle Montour also.
yeah, and I won't be able to. I'm not in the position to get to this time around. I gotta slow the fuck down, man. I'm not in a good position financially to be doing anything at this point. I'm kind of stupid for not canceling these orders, but it's an addiction, damn it. And be out on the streets showing off my toys. Hey, look at my toys. Where are you sleeping? Over there, but under the tree. No. But it's that's pretty cool. And unfortunately, so the Hasbro orders I'm gonna have to cancel. Ooh, look at that. So I pull them up. You're still
these look a little scary, like they're just gonna get lost for sure.
I actually have a little like tiny Tupperware container that I keep all like bits in.
That's a good call because that's I mean, unless you use all of them,
you can use like 99% of them and just make Modulax necks taller.
Make them like this, where he's got like so many legs and stuff.
Nope, Radnom's done.
All right, well, it's gonna start to get crinkly, so I'm gonna mute it.
Okay.
All right. I'm doing this is a blue glow in the dark.
Ooh.
And I'm just kind of figuring out where I want to put the different.
Blow up, make it big.
Oh, you ready? Oh, mine? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you.
Mine.
That's dope.
And it, like I said, all the light stuff will glow blue. So
my eyes ain't what they used to be. I can't
should
see
do
them.
one where like one of the He-Man ones is like blue glow in the dark but painted up so it's like icy, so it's like ice battle armor. That'd be kind of just a neat like random thing to throw into a box for someone.
Do some light blue shit there. Yeah. That would be cool. I agree. Definitely. Or even add some little drips to it or something, you know. Not drips, but like icicles to it.
Mm-hmm.
That would look cool. So the Knicks are down 2 guys. I know everybody's really worried about sports right now. So the Knicks go in and
I was like, Brick enters the chat and you start talking sports.
Hey, Brick is here. Hey, what's up, Brick? I literally didn't even see him on there, but yes, it was almost like it was. I felt it. I felt him coming in, and I thought, "Hey, sports." Just kidding.
Okay.
All right.
First thing I'm not really a fan of is the width, like the fact that you can see that right there.
The leg thing that is really.
Like I would have rather had it been like the vintage where it like plugs in very flush. That looks really cheesy.
Ooh, I don't even remember that. That's crazy. Damn.
Yeah. It almost makes you want to find some like waist armor to put on them.
Yeah, right.
And kind of cover it up a little bit.
Little loin action, little loincloth cover.
Steel Mantennas kind of look.
Mantenna.
Because doesn't the cartoon collection, does he have like a little like skirted shirt on or something?
I think so. Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he? Covers it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Very cool. But it is. There are little. But the cool part is you have the articulation of the elbows still. You have all of that. That's the one thing that's like that is cool. That is really cool. The upgrade there.
It's not as hard to get everything posed up, but it can be a little annoying to get each limb in a certain kind of, pose.
Yeah. Well, and to be honest, I put mine all together and I set him there. I haven't even messed with him.
Yeah, I really haven't messed with mine. Well, I mean, the stuff I like added more to mine, so.
Well, yeah. That's a given, right?
I had some extra terra claw, so I painted them up to like match them.
Oh, that's cool. What's up, Cobb? Welcome in. Sent that link to the group chat, Cobb. If you want to come hang out, man, come on over. And anybody else.
Oh, do you guys or when you have the cartoon collection Faker.
Yes. I just
The
got another one.
alternate head that he comes with, is that just kind of like mimicking the like typical He-Man angry face?
Let's see.
Because the cartoon collection He-Man himself is getting up there in price. And I was thinking of eventually I do want to get one because he's taller.
He's got that snarl. He's got that.
Well, isn't that just typically like the He-Man face on like normal origins?
No, because he doesn't
normal
have his mouth
He-Man
open.
kind of snarls.
His mouth isn't open on any of those figures. I don't believe they're just closed on both because he has regular and then he has laughing. Or no, that's Adam.
Sorry, I guess I'm comparing the alternate Faker face to the original vintage He-Man that we have, because that vintage He-Man does have a snarl, like his mouth is open.
I get, yeah. I mean, I still wouldn't think it's. I don't know. What's up, Ed?
I just wanted to come on here and publicly apologize
to my
brother Kenzo for not coming to his stream on Wednesday because I was in the other stream.
The only reason I did that was
I knew his feelings have been hurt all week.
And
I just wanted to come on here
and
Ed, express my love to him.
The DMs I'll share with you later of him
okay.
just crying.
Like, I tell you, man. Especially because, the guy comes into our Saturday show and then starts pushing his show that covers my show. And then Ed goes to it. And then it really I cried a little. Because I just went to watch the replay of his show.
But I did win a Warhammer figure. So.
Ooh, nice.
You missed a crazy show. My show was freaking insane.
Dude, I've been outside of watching a couple streams at night. I've been literally sleeping all day, every day for the last week. I've been sick with this. My sinuses flared up from allergies, and it just turned into a wicked sinus infection. My God.
Yeah, you could tell. You can hear it. It sounds like
horrible. It's just starting to break up now. Where it's just
that Wednesday was probably one of the wildest ones that you've had in a long time.
Dude.
Did you have a bunch of people trying to outbid each other to get to that top spot? Awesome, dude.
Dude, yeah. Sight Beyond Sight came in with an overhand right and just Mikey first. So Mikey dropped a 50 and he was like, how you like that?
I thought I was a big dog, but then I found out real quick that was
yeah, I know.
And Home Arcade
usually that 50 is a big dog, right?
Sight Beyond Sight dropped 3 numbers on it, and it was like, what the hell? Shit. And then the race went, and Home Arcade won the race.
Home Arcade still went up against everybody?
Yeah, he won the race, and this is what I gave away too, was the jet or the Sky Cycle, or the Hordak Sky Cycle.
Oh, cool.
And everybody got a blind box though, because that was way too much, and I couldn't in good conscience not give everybody a blind box that was in the top 4, because that's no way, you can't just do that and not get anything,
I'm really confused, guys. How does on this tail, that is a big hole, right? And if I put the plug in, does it go that way? That looks weird. Is that how it's supposed to go, or is it the other way?
No, there's one where it's a peg hole on each side. There's a ball. You should have a connector that's a ball on each side with that little disc thing in the middle to separate it.
Yeah, I have that too. But then that one's really... So this one, right?
I think... Wait, no.
And then if I put
hold on. I'll just grab my figure and...
Yeah.
Yeah, compare and contrast. Yeah, I still had Radnom's thing going on my computer over here, so I was like, oh, Radnom's.
So you're talking about the middle section, right?
So basically, I added on his little abdomen, whatever you want to call it, extra butt, right? And then I was going to put this tail. I basically wanted to recreate this, but then I just realized this has two moduloc, so he's super moduloc.
Double torso.
But I was going to try to at least get this going, right? And
it's some piece, I can't get mine out because it's really in there. But if you switch to my cam,
I don't know if it's this or if it's...
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me get
this.
whatever this piece is.
Can you see that one?
I think. Okay. Well, I mean,
I'm not sure what's on the other side of here. It might be a
that's
little
the thing
like
is
plug.
both.
Because if I try
on the-
pulling this
on the
out, it'll
top-
break.
On the part that sticks out, they're very similar.
I think it's the
The
smaller one you
shorter
have in your
one.
hand.
It's got to be the
Yeah.
shorter one.
Yeah.
But then that goes like in, where it's
And I
like.
think that's how Bud's was because he couldn't get
No,
it out.
mine's flush.
Oh no,
yours
he's
is
just flush.
flush.
So it is the bigger
So
one.
then it's got to be this one. But then this one.
Oh, good times. Doesn't it have a book?
Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it here. There's a shorter version. Okay, I'm gonna
Oh,
mute again.
okay.
It's gonna get loud.
That's hilarious. Here you go. Cobb's got you. It's the longer one, but it looks funky after. Just like the legs, right? Once you put the legs together, it looks funky as hell.
And since we're doing comparison, here's my painted up one.
Woo! Look at that thing. God, it's
Yeah.
cool, man. God, that little. I love the green on the neck, dude. That
Yeah.
right under the neck and the black. Oh, that is cool.
Of course, he's got his coffee creamer shoulder pads.
On all four.
I'm telling you. that was-
It took me a while to get these. It was like a couple weeks of just collecting them.
Did you ever get to that point where you were just kind of like you took it off and you go, I wonder if that'll fit, and then just all of a sudden, then you're like, oh my god, this is going to be on every figure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't cancel my Amazon, so I got that
But this
one.
isn't right either because look at that. What the hell is going
shit.
on?
Uh
I'm gonna have to go on YouTube.
Mikey getting his ass kicked by a toy, I tell you.
I know, right? This is why I don't play with Legos.
You're not supposed to do this kind of embarrassing stuff live, that's all.
Seriously.
yeah, well, if it makes you feel any better, I can put on like these nerdy old man glasses and it'll kind of take away from it. Here you go.
I don't know. The green glove kind of takes care of it on its own.
Yeah. It's bad enough that I was Faker Kenzo tonight without a hat. Do you have any of these, Ed? These are freaking beautiful.
No, I don't wear those.
Why not?
I prefer to shift my head about 100 times before I can finally get to that point where I can see. And then I paint really fast.
Oh, man.
I do need to get a pair of those, though, with the lights and everything. I definitely do. Fat Rick keeps showing me all of the pair that he's got. And he's always, you got to get these. I'm like, I know. Just never do.
Well, I like the fact that you could just take this down, and then if you need to get closer in certain spots, you can. And
yeah, that's the problem. Like Fat Red has the ones that go over your eyes, and you got to like lift the whole thing up. And it's
okay. Now this one's cool because you can be like, what? Excuse me? Huh?
Oh shit! I forgot the most important Horde character.
What'd you
My
forget?
favorite. Mantana.
Oh, Montana.
He was my
Jetman's got something to
favorite
say
as
to
a
you,
kid.
bud.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude. I agree. It's like when Bud gets anything, that's the first thought in his head is, what can I paint?
Yep. Even this one, I painted the fins on him,
Oh, yeah.
and then the fins on his legs, and put some dots on those kind of bumps.
And his
the bad
disease.
part is all Bud's really doing is just doing what Mattel should have done to begin with. All the details they sculpt into it. They just
Painted in the
paint
teeth.
apps on there.
Yep. Absolutely agree.
Like I always kind of thought this was just like a puckering maw butthole, but no, it's actually teeth.
Yeah. I did that to the Funko one, and I have just that one little group left that I have that frame for. And I 3D printed the long eyes for his Mantanas, and then I kind of drilled a hole into his eye socket into the Funko Pop, and so he's got the long eyes. But that came out because it's just white eyes in the one that's for. Again, I haven't purchased a Funko in quite a while though. That's I'm definitely that one's I stopped. Oh, well, you know what? I did get that one Mad Mardigan from Dee Dee's for like $250 right after what's his name passed. So I was like, I'll get that. it was cool to see it. But oh man. Oh. I guess I should open this one, huh? I'm not gonna keep a lot of these. If I get extras anymore, I'm not gonna keep them in packaging anymore. I'm just gonna fodder them out. Just start opening everything. I did get a second Beastman too for Masterverse, which was cool.
The newest one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thought you were talking about movie one. I was like, oh.
Alan would be proud, Kenzo.
I know, right? What do you say? Got like 6 of them?
Guy's got more Beastman than we know what to do with.
Yeah.
He's got Beastmen that don't even exist because he's just made some.
I know he did a lot of cool shit with those King Kong figures, right?
Oh,
yeah, that's so cool. And the AWOC too, like all the AWOC stuff. That was a genius idea when he was like on that live, and he's like, "Hey, these armors are $5." I'm like, "Dude, I'm all over it." Oh shit! What happened to my camera here? Uh oh. Well, I got. Let's see. There we go.
There you go.
So I had this nicer camera that I bought a long time ago, and I did a live the other day, and I just noticed when I'm doing lives, my laptop camera, I don't know, I don't think it's as good. So if I do it this one, let's see what it looks like with my FaceTime camera. Can you tell difference at all? Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one's better.
The other one's better.
Yeah, because that other one's it comes up right away. It's all 1080p, whatever.
Yeah.
It says on the
that
top.
one you look. I mean, it's not a bad camera, but you look washed out and
yeah,
a little fuzzy.
This is a depth stitch webcam. I have it set up behind my laptop too, so it's kind of. But yeah, I feel like it's just a lot smoother looking, and
yeah,
and I can show off my glove better.
Well, you got to do the important part.
Yeah. What's up, Todd? Welcome in. Cobb's playing with those AWOC armors right now. Well, get over here. Get on the show, man. We want to see you play with your toys. What are you doing? Come play with your toys with us.
He's coming along. Look at that.
Hey, you getting it? All right. Hey, there it is. Cool. I like it.
Hi, Allison.
So we figure out tomorrow there's going to be a clubhouse for sure.
Allison's hosting tomorrow night. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow is her show.
Yep.
Cool.
I will be on for as long as I can hold up.
Well, tomorrow I don't have Merrick at all, so I'll be able to do the whole thing.
I'm planning on being on for at least 3 or 4 hours, but
yeah.
Sometimes they linger on into the night, and I can usually do it, but after this week, it's been a little rough. So.
Well, and you know how it is when the later it gets, the more that shit.
Oh yeah.
Settles, and you're like, what the hell?
Yep.
Oh, dude, and we just got completely destroyed by moths. The moths are completely just have invaded the city. It's insane. I couldn't
really
so it's every year about maybe a little bit later usually, but it's so funny because my house has like kind of that like certain parts of the house. So there's brick and there's some stucco, and then there's some spots that have just like that lock siding, you know, like the plastic stuff that kind of locks in.
Yeah.
They go under there. And I mean, I went over by it's like kind of right in the front of the house and like where my little mailbox is. And I started hitting the walls, and you should have seen it was like a scene out of the Birds or something, but it was moths, and they just were they're
usually like sitting on the stucco and the brick though. That's weird.
Well, they're hiding under the
they're getting up
underneath it. And
they're getting up into the
because it was 90 today here.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. But
oh my gosh.
But you know what I end up doing though?
It was 48 here today.
Damn. We're supposed to get some rain on Monday. It's supposed to be that. But you know what I end up doing is a big ass bowl, and I fill it with water and soap. And then I put that light that I use for the show, and I set it right over them, and every single moth dive bombs into that soap, and then they're done. It's quick. You don't even have to hit it. You don't have to do anything. They kamikaze.
They come every year, that swarm of them or whatever. That's crazy.
They go up into the mountains. They're migrating to Pikes Peak and San Isabel and all the mountains that are real close. But crazy. Eldor, do you get moths over in Eternia, Eldor? Because they're terrible.
I'm sure they're probably like this big in Eternia.
That's true. That's true.
Everything's big down there, you know.
Got to fight them off.
Mothman.
Oh.
All right.
The
No,
ones
not
in Eternia
Mothman.
aren't as bad as the ones in his neighboring island, though, where everything just wants to kill you. So.
True.
Right. Those freaking spiders, those freaking those crazy ass spiders.
So other than like some of the connectors, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'll mess with it a little more. But obviously the legs are like that, right? That's how they are.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's pretty cool.
He
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, the size, the
Very.
extra large, yeah, that's a cool part about it. I do like that.
Like,
And then just the articulation of the arms and everything.
it's like, Papa?
Is that you? What's up, Steve? Moths
What's up,
like
Steve?
Arthur? I don't know. Miller moths? Is Arthur a moth? I'm not sure what is it a reference to like a cartoon or something? Arthur?
Arthur, isn't that little like
Arthur was like a groundhog.
anteater cartoon?
Yeah, whatever he
guy.
was.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was like a
Soap and
rodent or
water?
something.
Never heard of them. Somebody asked me that on TikTok the other day. I was doing a TikTok live while I paint because I don't want to just keep doing YouTube lives all the time. So I did a TikTok live and somebody's like, have you ever heard of a salad or soap and water? I'm like, what the hell? I just got out of the shower. What do you mean? And no, I don't eat salad. Is it because of my neck and my fat? Oh, well.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, well. Oh, reference to the tick. There we go.
Oh, that's right. The tick.
That
Arthur.
makes
That's
sense.
right.
Yes,
The moth
yes.
is called Arthur. That's right.
Mm.
Oh,
That's his
yeah.
sidekick, right?
Thanks for tying that together for us, Steve. It's
Yeah.
way too late in the morning for that.
Right over the head.
Context.
That's actually a good cartoon, too. I like that cartoon.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Even that newer show that was around for like a season
you
or two.
pre-order
the
that,
live action?
The live action with was it Joe from Family Guy? Was the
There's that one that was in the 90s, and there was one that was done in like
The one that
2018.
Patrick Warburton did was pretty funny. Where he was the tick.
Yeah.
He's the guy that talks really low.
Putty from Seinfeld. That's actually is him, right? He does a lot of voices. Like the rug that ties everything together. All right. What were you saying, Ed? Pre-order? Were we pre-ordering?
The tick figure from
Oh, I did see that too. Yeah.
was it Jada or Fresh Monkey Fiction? I can't remember at this point in time.
It was
I think
Big
it's fresh.
Bad, right? Big Bad had
Yeah, it
it.
was through Big Bad. It was Fresh Monkey Fiction. Or Big Bad Workshop or whatever the hell you're gonna call it.
Yeah. Whichever they decide this week.
Yeah.
I still haven't opened this one yet either. I got this one, but everybody else already did their videos. So I said, well, I'll just take my time and I'll open it when.
Oh, you got the 4-pack?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I only got
was
one of
showing that off
those.
last Saturday. It's gorgeous. It's awesome.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah. And then Dispara tomorrow.
Speaking
And
of the neck, right? That's the neck for the snake guy right here. That's the same
yeah.
neck piece.
Yep. It is. Frank Dumanu. What's going on? Fellow Insomniac. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Up all the time. Order 2 of those ticks. There you go. Steve's got them.
Yeah. I didn't order 2. I did get 1 though.
Is it of course I'm sure it's 1/12, but what
Yeah.
what level of 1/12 is it? Is it like the
Well,
7-inch or
same
6.5?
size as like the Monster Force guys.
Okay.
I'm sure it's a
that's
little
right.
taller because it's a tick, but
Yeah.
it'll probably be a little bit taller scale because it's a tick. But
That's cool.
same articulation, I'm sure, as the Monster Force guys.
Yeah. You're caught up on those, right, Ed?
Oh, I'm just not looking forward to this next release they do because I have a shit ton of figures in this next release.
Well, your cowboy stuff should be there Monday, I think.
Monday?
Connections.
Yeah.
Ken, my man, what's up, Ken?
I was I was logging in and I found a Micronauts catalog underneath my computer. That's kind of cool. One of the old school.
I want you to know,
Nice.
Ken, I came on here to publicly apologize to Kenzo for missing his show on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
I'm expecting the same from you for not showing up when I was hosting Clubhouse Saturday night.
I was
host
hoping...
Clubhouse,
Mhm.
and you go fucking MIA on me.
Mm-hmm.
And you were the one saying you missed Clubhouse, so that's even worse.
Damn, I don't have StreamYard control, so I can't pull up Delta 17's chat because. So, I have an excuse / real reason. I didn't realize Clubhouse is going to go on, and I scheduled a meeting with Steve to determine what will the Delta 17 new item pricing be for Joe Fest, because this stuff arrived at the factory, arrived at the fulfillment center, all tariffs taken care of, all shipping taken care of, and all of a sudden, oh, by the way, there's Clubhouse. So I'm sitting there for an hour and a half with Steve looking at pricing, and all of a sudden Clubhouse is over. Is that an excuse or is that a reason?
Though, since Steve was there with us, and he was saying, "Where the fuck is Ken?" And we kept saying, "I don't know. You should know."
$1 million.
When was Steve
No,
on?
he wasn't. Really.
Okay, good. I was going to say, who did I talk to on the phone? Because his brother doesn't look that much like him. Yeah,
I'm just messing with you, brother.
yeah.
You know I love you.
Oh, I know. I literally was like, shoot, Ed's gonna say something next time I see him. That's okay. I'll take the shit because we've determined pricing for Joe Fest. So
Yes,
I'll make
it's
sure
$1
you pay up.
million.
I'll make sure you pay up at Joe Fest for insulting me.
yes, absolutely. I will pay you with a weapons pack.
You can buy me a drink. I'm
Tisk,
Okay.
tisk, Ken.
Okay.
Tisk, tisk.
Okay.
Stop being a Carl, Ken.
So it's funny because I started using Allison's name of Carl, but applying it to females. So I started calling certain people Carla.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So she has ex-boyfriend named Carl. I have ex-girlfriend named Carla. Not the real name. It's just now she's Carla. So I don't know. It took off like wildfire in my head.
Hey, if it works, it works, right?
What day are you guys getting into Joe Fest, Ken?
Thursday night. What about you?
Yeah, I'm planning on being there Thursday dinner time-ish.
Yeah, I'll probably be a little bit after dinner. Depends on the flight and everything. We should be able to get there by 8, but every time I say that, I arrive an hour late. So I'm just expect to be nice. Oh, Cobb's here. Nice.
I'm planning on driving down Wednesday, and my thought process is staying with my daughter in South Carolina because she's at one of the Air Force bases there, and then just driving down Thursday at some point in time from there.
Maryland's not on the way, is it? Baltimore's not on the way, is it?
No.
Okay, never mind.
I'm coming down the whole basically west side of the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. I didn't get to go to that store last time. I went to a different one with Brick last time. Yeah, because I think Oz is considering flying into Charlotte, and Megan J and I will pick him up. We don't know where that left off, so
yeah,
we might just do that route instead, which is good because I find the hardest thing is leaving these conventions and saying bye to everybody. Yeah. So last year, because I had Megan J for the first leg of my trip back home, it was kind of nice, but it was still really, really sad, right? So, yeah. It's always the saddest part is leaving, right? The year before I flew back with Steve, so still it's sad because you're leaving all your friends there.
Yeah.
Right?
So Oz is still planning on going. That's good.
Oh, he's already booked. He's already got the hotel and the ticket.
Yeah, I know he's already had everything booked, but I haven't talked to him because he's been on his hiatus. So
yeah, I talked to him earlier this week, and basically he just said if he can, he'll consider flying into Charlotte, and then Mega J and I'll pick him up. Right.
I mean, I can't imagine though, if he got on a bus even out of Maryland on Thursday morning, he'd probably be in Augusta later that day.
Yeah,
that long of a bus ride. I mean, I took a bus from Texas to Georgia, and it only took me less than 24 hours. So.
He's not keen on that because the PowerCon bus kind of gimped up on him. So he
I get that, but shit, man, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than a flight.
Maybe.
But how fast do you get there as a flight as opposed to the bus?
Very true. I only took the bus because I was riding with a buddy who was going 3/4 of the way, and he asked me to ride with him.
Mind you, you still have to take it is still a 2.5 hour drive between Charlotte and Augusta if you fly into Charlotte. So it's not.
There's no other place to fly into.
I mean, you can in theory fly into Augusta, but it's basically a runway, right? It's not a big airport, right? So,
yeah, one flight a day if you're lucky, right?
Yeah.
2 flights a day, maybe.
Yeah.
And Atlanta's just as far away to the south.
Oh, but you don't want to do Atlanta if you're getting a rental car because the rental car place is way, way, way off site.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Atlanta's a huge
So,
airport.
yeah. Anyway, that was a bit of a nightmare in 2023 coming in through Atlanta, So
Is that already next week or when is that?
no, that's next month.
The 20th,
month?
so like a month.
4
month
weeks.
away?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
How long are you staying this time, Ed?
I'm not leaving until Monday morning.
Okay, perfect. Neither am I.
I'm staying with Punk. Me and Punk are sharing a room.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I think I got Mega J again. So yeah.
Well, Punk, Tony, and I. I had my
Oh,
own
good.
room because my buddy Rob was coming again, but then
Wait,
all of this.
Tony's confirmed?
Yeah, Tony's coming now.
I'm gonna message him.
At least that's what I heard last. So I mean, unless he changed his mind again, that's what Punk said. So.
Is Joe's Fest pretty big? You guys like compared to? I'm like trying to think compared to what.
So
It's a decent sized show.
Ed
Have you ever been to PowerCon, Mike?
I went to every PowerCon until it moved to Ohio.
I don't know how big it was in California, but
They got pretty big.
I'm not sure how big attendance is. Ed Schumacher said that Joe Fest was 8,500 attendees last year. I'm not sure what Val was getting for PowerCon. No,
definitely not 8.5. It was probably closer to like 4,000 to 5,000, I think.
Okay, because Ed was about 5,000, maybe some years 6 prior to last year, and then last year there was no PowerCon. So then Four Horsemen, Super 7 all jumped over to Joe Fest. So then he kind of broke record attendance, right? And that was on the same weekend as DFW. This week there won't be that division of Joe audience. So I imagine Ed might get 10,000 this time.
It's gonna get big.
He expanded the show, so it's probably going to be even bigger. So
yeah, and I'm hoping
to bring
DFW
back PowerCon. I know Val probably won't do it, but Mattel's got to do it. Something's got to going back to what you were saying earlier, Ken. Like, man, going to PowerCon and seeing all the people from the people you don't get to see ever, and like you finally meet them in person, and then having to leave it sucks. It was like pretty depressing.
I mean, that was the whole thing about Joe Fest, right? Is after the show, everybody just hangs out in the lobby and you just meet everybody and talk.
Yeah.
People you see once in a while through the screen, you're like, holy shit, I didn't realize that was you, or
Speaking of through the screen, I didn't realize Eternity and Royalty, that was you that commented on my post earlier. I just pressed the heart. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
An amazing year for toys. I just pressed the heart because it just popped up on. I was doing something else and it popped up, and I just hit the heart. Thank you.
84.
That was you.
84 was an amazing year, man. You got Snake Mountain in there. Well, it's for Motu, definitely. I mean, what Jitsu, I think Fisto.
Yeah.
Prince Adam,
Cobra Khan,
Snake Mountain, Cobra Khan.
Orko was my favorite.
Orko.
Yeah.
I
would know better, but actually, Oz and I filmed that video embarrassingly, we filmed it last November.
Damn.
I just didn't get it out till now.
You were waiting for the right time. That's all.
Well, Oz was absent lately, so let's get him on camera somehow.
Yeah.
Right. He basically did the video. I mean, it's all him. So, yeah.
456 for Jetman. 4 stops in between. One adult, one wheelchair, around 456. Woo. Pretty pricey for a bus.
Might as well buy a plane ticket for that. Holy shit.
How much? 456 for a bus?
No, but you need the wheelchair as well. I mean, mind you would get assistance on the plane in theory. So
yeah, you get a fancy seat when you're disabled for the plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could probably buy a plane ticket for cheaper than that.
All right. So I got sorry, Cobb, you've been sitting here waiting patiently. Do you have anything to tell, or should I just launch into?
Oh no.
All right. I have never told this story, but since Steve is in the chat, for Joe Fest 23, right? I don't flex or show off this. I'm waiting to board my flight out of Vancouver, and they call rows 1 to 3 for business class on WestJet, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's business class. But let me check my seat number. I'm in row 3, and I'm like, I text Steve. I'm like, did you screw up? He's like, no, our investor for Delta 17 had some points, so you get an upgrade. You're flying business class. I'm like, fuck me. It was awesome.
Damn.
It was awesome. It's 2 years ago now, so I can show off about it since it's not relevant anymore. So.
What were the perks?
Massive seats, tons of leg room.
I was gonna say you can actually stretch out.
Free alcohol. I'm
early
just like,
boarding, right? You get the board first or something usually?
Yep, you board first. You start watching the movie first. Like, it's just, yeah, right.
Free booze.
Free booze, right? So, yeah.
And luckily, all the bathrooms are unisex, so Ken doesn't have to worry.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go, right there. Yep.
That's gonna be a thing this year. I really should just go to the wrong bathroom and see if I get in trouble for it. But if I do, I'm Canadian, so it'd be hell to pay.
Yeah.
So, in both countries. So, yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
We're more concerned about you getting into a taxi that's really a bus that could be potentially a train going the wrong direction, and you still end up with some magnificent toy at the end of it all. We're not
Or
really
some
sure
Ubers.
how
I'm
fucking
still
fairy sprinkled
Because
that
see,
shit.
you go in the wrong bathroom, you might end up in a jail cell. At least we know where you are. You go wandering off in a bus, thinking it's a taxi, airplane.
y'all can crowdfund my my bail, right?
I mean,
Come
worst
back
case,
home,
you go to
yeah.
jail. Not so worst case, you go home with something or somebody that you weren't ready to go home with.
Yeah. There you go.
We need to make sure and get a picture of you going like this, Ken, and we'll do a screenshot. That way we can go when it happens, we can put that picture up. Please help. Ken needs some bail money. Wah, wah.
Foreigner, no nothing.
Freezing up.
We'll just get Ken a shirt that says, "Don't worry, I'm Canadian."
There you go.
A.
Yeah.
We'll just have A on the back.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm Canadian.
That's right.
Kidding. That depends on the province. I still say about.
No,
It depends on the province.
See, and of course, my whole reference to it is nothing but South Park, right? So it's going to be all negative, right?
It doesn't matter. Blame
You don't have a
Canada.
head that pops up and down like Terrence and Phillip, so we're good.
Or Ike.
Or Ike. Yep.
Yeah, people from Ontario area don't have a bad Canadian accent. I mean, you can tell they're definitely from Canadian.
No, but they're all Toronto Maple Leafs fans, so
Yeah.
you know.
They do say a lot of A's, but they don't say a boot.
A boot.
Mm-hmm.
But they're sad every time a game 7 comes around, huh?
Yeah.
The last 7 game 7s? Is that what it was? The last 7 game
Yes.
7s. What the hell?
So bad.
That's gotta be the worst
So
shit
bad.
ever. Like if you're getting to that point, you're like, you know what? Let's just
Hey,
if we
I
don't
live
close
south
it
of
out-
Buffalo, and Buffalo hasn't even seen it, so I'm not going to say a
That's-
word about
But
it.
they were Buffalo came to the NHL the same year as Vancouver did, and neither has won the cup. So
Yeah.
right.
Allison says your head does that when you have 4 drinks.
Ed's seen me on about 6 or 7 drinks before.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. I'm not your buddy pal. I'm not your pal friend.
Punk dared me to interrupt Sergeant Slaughter in the middle of a story to ask who was better between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Can't believe that.
And you did?
I did.
Wait, who's better between who?
Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
Oh,
And
Actually,
Sarge
what
answered-
happened was Punk dared Ken. Ken comes over to me drunk. He's like, "Hey, Punk dared me to interrupt Sarge. Should I ask him?" And I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, Ken." You
I did ask you, didn't I?
know, Ken did.
I remember asking somebody because there was somebody else on that table. It was obviously you because we took a selfie that night, right? Yeah.
I
No,
was
that was
just
the
waiting.
same
I
night.
was like, when you just throw stuff and you just sit back and watch what happens. That's what I was doing.
And you know what? I think about 10 minutes later, I just about went into the women's bathroom.
Yeah, pretty
so
close to
were
that.
you there?
It was
for the
all
screw
in
job, Ken?
that sequence, and then I came back out, and I remember saying, "I'm glad nobody saw that." You're like, "Actually, Ken."
He did
We
tell
all
us
did.
all about the screw job, though.
Yeah, were
did.
you there
I
for the
did.
screw job?
I know that's in Montreal, right? So that's way over on the other side of the country. I did watch it live on pay-per-view, but yeah.
What's up, FBC?
Hey man, Bret Hart wins. Yeah, and that's who Sarge picked. And I didn't rub it in. I didn't rub it into Puck. I'm like, there's your answer, and that's it. I felt bad for interrupting Sarge because nobody interrupts Sarge. So
Sarge went into some deep backstage stories though that night. It was crazy.
yeah.
Faker Battle Cat's in the chat. What?
No, he's up a little late tonight. Oh no, he's in California. You Cali guys, it's only
It's
only
11:46.
11:45. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
that's just the beginning of the night usually.
not like Ed. Ed's got the
Yeah, it's 2:45 in the morning here. It's all good.
I work tomorrow, so I have to. Can't be out.
What time is it where you are?
11:46.
Okay, so you're
I'm good for at least another hour. Good for that.
Yeah.
Work always puts a damper on having fun. I tell you, if it didn't pay for the fun, there'd be no purpose in it.
True.
The pivot, man. Pivot. FBC sent you a link if you want to join us, brother.
I was going to say, with so many of us in here, maybe we should go back to, is even King Panther, is he even still in the chat? Is he in here?
Oh,
he was throwing questions at us, and we were like, oh, we'll come back to it. And now there's more of us.
I mean, there's enough of us here to be a clubhouse now. So
yeah,
all right.
Childhood Halloween memories. Yeah. My mom always made our outfits. Like I remember in kindergarten, I was a bear. And it was just like she had sewn together like this outfit and just painted my nose black, and I was a bear. And then like she made me the Mac Tonight moon head.
Oh,
and she made it out of carpet padding and spray paint. And then we had the big glasses, and it worked out. And then I just had a suit jacket, worked out great. I did. My mom made one where we were riding the chicken before that was actually a thing, where
chicken jockey.
She did the whole thing around where like your legs were the chicken legs, and then the little legs were hanging off the chicken, and so like those were your legs, and so it would look like you were riding it. And she had sticks and had like dryer hose, like that dryer.
Yeah, the vent hose.
Yeah, and there you go. And then like a styrofoam head with a beak. Like she did all of that shit for us, man. So I didn't get any of the cool, like off the shelf stuff, but mom, she paper maché'd me a Yoda head. So, I mean, I had all the coolest shit because mom made it for me.
I'll tell you my favorite Halloween memory, and it's pretty twisted, but it's good stuff because anybody that has an older brother can relate. So I have a brother that's 2 years older than me, and him and I were always really close growing up until we got to that age where it was, we started having all the fights about who was, who got stuff. And my uncle was a very, artistic guy, so he used to make a lot of our Halloween costumes for us, and he made this really awesome devil costume with a cloth mask and all this other stuff, and I wanted to wear it. And of course my brother, being the oldest, basically beat me up until I gave him permission to wear it. And I ended up wearing last year's werewolf costume or whatever it was, and no big deal, but it was a little tight. And of course up here in Western New York, you got to wear like a snowsuit under your Halloween costume most of the time.
Always snow.
So go out trick or treating. It's me and my older brother and my cousin, who's my cousin's my age, and we're out trick or treating. A couple hours goes by. We're riding back home with my dad driving the car. Me and my cousin and my brother are sitting in the back seat, and my brother projectile vomits with the mask on.
Oh,
Jesus!
Classic.
And I just thought to myself, even back then when I was like 8 or 9, like that's what you get for taking that costume. And I remind him of that as often as I can to this day.
Remember that time?
Remember that time? Every time he starts getting lippy with me, I say, remember that time you wore that costume because you beat me up?
Karma's gonna get you, no
That's
matter
right.
what. What's up, Menhoza? Welcome in.
Hey, Menhoza's here.
Yeah, we got a lot of insomniacs going on a Friday
I was
night.
going to say, I meant to look at my phone. How many people you got going on right now?
Just 15. Looks like nothing.
Just
too
15.
crazy.
That's pretty good for 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's pretty good
It's not
for
bad.
almost 3 a.m. for the East Coast.
Yeah, that's true. A little
All the
late.
Cali people are in here, I guess. Right?
On Clubhouse, we're usually down by this time. We're down to 20, 25, maybe 30 at the most.
Yeah,
And that's a regular show that people have been coming to for 2 years now. So
a couple years. Yeah, and it just depends. Some nights are, same thing with Wednesday. It's like I don't, I just have fun, man. That's it. That's all we can do.
Oh,
There's always somebody to converse with, and there's always something to talk about. So it's cool. It's cool.
so here you go. This was the photo I found when he brought that up earlier. See if we can bring that up.
Oh my goodness, look at that, dude.
So I'm the Karate Kid, and my best friend was Orko.
And you stole that Orko from her? Oh, my
right.
gosh. And she's such an Orko fan, and you took it. Oh,
But
you know what? Actually,
I
I
was
think
Karate Kid like 5 times because I took karate, and it was just like,
oh yeah. I think I have that picture of the bear. I'll be right back.
So the reason I took karate too.
Actually, Bud, you should go grab those photos from last week you were going to show now that you're here.
Oh yeah.
I ain't going nowhere.
Last week I told him, he's like, oh, I have photos. We're like, yeah, go get them. And then he left, and we just ended the show.
Yeah. Bud sometimes gets lost when he leaves, so we don't want to send him away too often because
he'll take a gummy and pass out. And he'll just
grab a gummy and a ketchup packet. Next thing you know, it's 4 hours later. Sorry, I passed
It's like,
out.
are your eyes closed or are you just that stoned?
You thought I was sleeping.
Dude, I went into my room. I've got 9 moths on my roof, on the ceiling in my room.
Oh my gosh.
In the house?
9 of them in my bedroom. There's probably about 15. They sneak through the windows or maybe my dog's doggy door or something, but I don't know how they get in. My house is like 70s, so it's an older house. So they get in. I got a chimney and I don't know.
Into the chimney.
They're coming into
any way they can get to that light.
Yep, and they are God right over my bed too, man. God,
ugh, that's
creepy.
All right,
here we go. Ready? Check. It's gonna be a little bit tougher to see, but of course I'm the black bear right in the middle.
Hey, there's
we
a
He-Man next to me and Skeletor in the back. But and Mr. T behind me too. Is he Mr. T?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just, I painted my nose and that was it. My mom made that whole thing. But isn't that look at that classroom, man? Didn't that bring back some shit? Look at got the alphabet and
a chalkboard.
Yeah. So that was that one. And then while I was at it, this one's all kind of crooked.
Does NECA make those kids? They should.
That's true.
Dude, if they made a He-Man and Skeletor Ben Cooper NECA, I would be all over that.
So Mikey has the cool.
It's upside. You got it upside down.
Yeah, it's supposed to be because it just won't focus though. It's because it's facing me.
Oh, whatever.
It's just a spaceship with a bunch of lifesavers on it. But there's
Nice.
my little chunky ass right in the middle. But yeah, Mom would always make the.
Do they still do the Halloween parades for the kids and everything?
The parades?
Yeah, like where the kids walk around. The school.
You know what? At the school, yes, my kids still they have that where they walk around the track and show off. Yeah.
Faker Battlecat was just saying in the chat he was the Karate Kid shower for his kids' school parade.
That's a funny one. Oh, and Jetman was Beastman one year.
Nice. I actually saw the Beastman Ben Cooper at a convention out here, Rocket Con, and it was $100. Oh, yeah. Really was this close to pulling the trigger on it. I did not.
Anybody watch the Goldbergs? I think I saw a couple episodes of that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that blonde lady from that newer medical
Reno
show
911.
that's going on. Oh yeah, Reno too. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one. I think Mikey you need to go as the guy with the shorts from that show next year for Halloween. No, the cop with the short shorts. Oh God.
Officer Dangle or something like that.
Oh God. Yeah, he was. What was that? He was on the. Remember the "I Love You, Man" when they tried to set him up on just like a bro date, and he goes on a date with that guy, and the guy tries to kiss him and stuff, and he's like, "You're a whore. You're a whore." And his wife kisses him later. She goes, "Did someone kiss you?" He goes, "Yeah, this guy." He's just explaining. I met this guy, and he kissed me. I don't know. It was a whole thing. She's like, "Go brush your teeth." Anyway, so okay, who else got the Halloween stuff? We need more Halloween answers, right? We did. What was it? Christmas? He first asked about Christmas gifts, right?
Yeah.
The Halloween one I think was a 2-part. It went into something about the toy industry.
Oh yeah, let's check it because I started. Yeah. Where do you guys see the toy industry going? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, since we got a guy in the middle that kind of, runs in the
he's
circles of
dealing with it.
making toys and stuff, where do you see it going, Ken from Toy Connections?
Let's see. Let me read the question properly because I
Oh.
navigated another tab. I was listening. Where do you see the toy industry going? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm scared to answer this one because it's getting more and more collector focused. Kids, they're not encouraging the violent stuff. So like kids don't play with He-Man, G.I. Joe because it encourages a level of conflict, right? Kids at that same age now play Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, right? So my dead worry is that it starts to die off unless, and see, Steve's reading my mind, right? Unless the indie companies kind of find a way to, I guess he's got the words there, shake it up. But a lot of the indie companies now are targeted for older audiences. Like even the Delta 17 packaging says age 14 plus. A lot of them say 14 plus because they're not tested for, because there's a whole bunch of tests you got to do, like chemical sharpness, drop tests. There's 2 or 3 other tests you got to do. So to age grade it for kids, I'm not sure because like I went downstairs earlier. My son was playing Army Man, like just a little green Army Man. I never thought I'd see the day he did that. I was so proud.
That's cool.
I don't know where that came from. All I know is I got those for him like a few months ago, and all of a sudden he's playing with them. So, yeah, Allison, that's like 3 time zones away. I'm pretty sure I can't get that drunk. I'll puke in the bus before. So, yeah.
The big guys are almost too big to survive to the shakeup. They have too many employees, shareholders, and all that shit. Yeah.
I mean, look what happened with Super 7 recently, right? I mean, they're not even considered a big guy. Right?
I know, right? They're definitely on the smaller scale.
Mm-hmm. People always say that things are going to die off, but the thing is, if you look, Ed, have the prices for 60s Joes dropped off? I don't think they have. Right? Is Ed talking? I can't hear him.
Oh, he's on mute.
I have myself on mute somehow. I don't think the the 60s Joes for sure haven't gone down.
Yeah.
A lot of the sets have actually gone up. They're in more demand than they ever were.
Exactly.
I think I think collecting is shifting. People are trying to buy things that they used to have, and they're not going after a lot of the stuff
trendy.
that is new stuff anymore.
Yes.
But it's just a shift. I think a lot of people are doom slinging and everything else about the toy industry based on a few things,
Yeah.
Super 7 wasn't running as a great business for a while before this happened. This is just, let's blame it on the tariffs because it's a good reason not to make it look
they
like
have
idiots.
a corporate reason, right? So I mean,
Hasbro raising prices. They were already planning on raising prices last year, and the tariffs just worked as a good excuse. And a lot of companies do that. Company I used to work for, every time there was a tariff increase and we could use that as an excuse for across the board price increase, we used it.
When you think about it, like when did Hot Wheels start? Like the red line, was it 66 or 67 when the red line stuff came out?
67, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 60. Yeah, it was in that era. Those haven't gone down. Barbie started in 59, hasn't gone down, right? So I don't know what it is. Like I'm always worried, but when anyone asks about the industry, I just defer back to that. I'm like, that keeps telling me that there's still a base there, right?
Yeah. I mean, how many times have you heard people go, "Oh, if prices go up, I'm done collecting"? And I mean,
and then they stick around.
When one person drops out, there's 7 more people stepping up in place of them, collecting something different.
I mean, look at comics. People still collect stuff from the Silver Age, right?
I will say, I think people are really focusing their collections. I know I just went through that recently where I've, was collecting 15 million different lines, several different scales, and I've, basically decided that I'm going to collect 2 or 3 different lines, and that's pretty much it. And for the most part, I mean, I'll still cherry pick here or there, but like I was buying lots of Mythic Legions just to have them because they were cool figures, but I have to slow down on buying Mythic Legions if I want to get Monster Force and everything else.
Gotta love that, and Delta, right? And Delta.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's what I mean. All that other stuff, right?
Right, Steve. Delta.
You have to. Yeah.
You guys got to tune in on Sunday night to Hella Dope Toys.
We do.
Check out what Radnom's slinging.
What's he got?
He's been building something basically because of your Rotokami Ninja. He's making a set that you got to check out that he's going to be selling.
Is that the one he was working on tonight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool.
I might have an inkling about what that is.
Wow. Now I'm curious. It's like,
He showed off a couple of teasers on his Instagram. Punk showed off a couple of teasers on his Instagram too. So.
Oh, okay, I think I know. Yeah, that looked really cool.
It does look
Yeah,
really cool.
but he's going to show off the whole set on Sunday Night Live on Hella Dope. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh man.
Wow.
Well, Steve, we got a lot of irons in the fire. A lot of stuff going on.
No.
No.
I was told that Canadians can handle more irons in the fire than any other country in the world. So I don't want
Yeah,
to hear
because it's cold here, so the fire doesn't really,
Right,
It's not cold right now. Where you are.
Fire's burning hot up there.
Yeah. No, our fires burn cold, so it's just fine.
They just keep apologizing when you keep adding more anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's so true, though. The funny thing is, though, the more I travel the states, like, Georgia and Arizona a couple times, and normally I don't travel much, but the last year and a half, I've been all over the states. I've noticed Americans are like super polite now, and they're doing more stories than I do. I was just like, wait, where are we? Did we go the wrong way?
Let me check my ticket. Hold on.
Yeah.
It really depends on the part of the country, but yeah.
Don't come to New York because they're not sorry for anything in New York.
No, yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
New York and California, probably.
Yeah.
Certain parts of
Colorado's pretty polite, I think. We're pretty polite over here.
Yeah.
Stay away from LA for sure.
No doubt, eh? Bring my GAT, my chrome line GAT. But yeah, we just got an email from the trademark office. So our lawyers put in the trademarks. Of course, they don't go through for 3 years, right? They just go up. They come back. We pay them $500 every 6 months or more for the two trademarks that we're trying to get. They never get processed, but now we got a notice from the central head office of trademark, what have you, in Canada that Boeing. We might be going up against Boeing for our trademark.
Delta 17.
Yeah, because they make some toys for Delta Airlines, but they haven't used it in the last 10 years, so we might be able to snag it anyways. But the lawyer's like, "Do you want to proceed?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, this sounds like fun." Right? So I don't know.
I haven't wanted to ask you about that in a little while, Steve. I know when you mentioned it a while ago, I'm just like, no, just pretend you didn't see that text, Ken. Pretend you didn't see that text. No.
Yeah. No, it'll be okay.
There was, I remember seeing it on Instagram, and yes, it was just Instagram, just so you know. But there was apparently like an OnlyFans girl that her name was like Sierra, but it was spelled differently. But she got the Sierra Mist, and she took it. And because it had lapsed, and Pepsi was like, first off, they tried to bully her into like getting it back, and then she's like, "Screw you!" And then they're like offering her, 7 figures or something like that for it, and she's like, "No, that's not even close."
Yeah, that's why they came up with that Starry or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah. Then she's like laughing about it. She's like, "No, I like my trademark name," and I'm like, "What the hell? That's crazy."
Yeah.
I'd take 7 figures for that.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Well, now she's so famous because of that bullshit that she can do whatever she wants.
Well, I think they started actually bullying her and everything now. Because
scare tactics, yeah.
Yep, scare tactics.
What's up, John? We got the collecting
Oh
brothers.
yeah, I heard that too, Allison. That she didn't make all that up. So I don't know how true it is, but
Really? Oh man! Oh come on. Well, I just saw it on Instagram. It was just a scroll up, so it's not like I was invested in it and saw a bunch of shows on it. I just saw it the one time. So
right.
I'm spreading rumors. I don't even know.
Yeah,
I think that was. She's still going on about it though, because I think she pops up in once in a while. Just because I watched that one time because she was talking about how her trademark name was causing Pepsi problems. I was like,
Yeah. Oh well. Oh well, it was a fun story, I guess. Huh?
Yeah.
She's a clout goblin. I'm going to use that from now on. Thank you, Allison.
Cloud Goblin.
Freaking
That
Cloud
was a
Goblin.
good one. Nice.
You can always count on Allison for great insults.
Great one-liners. Yeah. Carls and Carlas.
You don't want to get on the wrong side of her because whatever she says sticks. And it's like, ah, shit.
I think Moby still has nightmares about her. Every time a bell rings, Moby dies a little bit more. Yeah. Oh, freaking Moby.
Like the Moby?
Yeah, she's there's a big problem with Moby. Allison,
come on, tell us what's your problem with Moby.
She's made Moby cry, from what I understand.
Right.
That's it, eh? That's it. Eh?
Nice.
It just makes me think. I don't know if you guys ever watched How I Met Your Mother, where they got into that car with the guy that they thought was Moby,
Oh yeah.
and he took him to some
Yeah.
I think it was like a rave or some kind of crazy party.
I've been meaning to rewatch the episodes where they had that movie that was made on TED. But they called him Jed, and they completely mistold the story and completely kiboshed how he actually was in real life. I don't know. We're meaning to rewatch that sequence of episodes.
so this will be the reason if you Google Natalie Portman and Moby, that'll be your explanation for it all.
Oh.
And last time she told me to Google something, it was the funniest shit ever. So she said, Google Olives and Maury Povich. And I didn't laugh so hard in a while.
Oh, the woman that was afraid of olives.
Yes. Oh my God. The olives.
Bring
So
on
now
the
in our
olives.
now in our chat, like, you know how you can do that meta AI thing where you can make a background. So in our background of our chat, Allison and I, it's got He-Man and Skeletor holding on to big jars of olives, getting ready to eat them.
Nice.
Oh,
I made some AI stickers. They were funny as hell after that.
there's a pretty bad one that someone told me to Google one time, and I don't want to be the one to put it out there, but if you Google, I think it's 1989 space movie.
Yep.
I won't say what it is, but it's pretty bad.
Oh, here you go. Well, this makes him a total piece of shit right there. To be clear, underage Natalie Portman.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I mean, either way, whatever the story is, it makes him a piece of shit. And that's all there is to it right there. Huh?
Who was that girl that she was in the Leon the Professional? Was that Natalie?
That's Natalie Portman.
That's Natalie Portman too, yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's a bit of a string through her career. You'll notice there's a theme, and it's a little bit disturbing. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
Can you still like his song Porcelain? Is that okay?
Is that the song?
I don't even know that song. Do I know that song?
It's a good song. Yeah, Porcelain. It's one of his better ones.
Is that like one of those things where you separate
melodic
the person from the art? Is that there's been a
Separate art from artist.
the controversial, yeah. Because there was there's a song that when of course sports, sorry, when the Denver Broncos used to score, they used to play the Hey song. Where it go, hey. And then I played it for something when I had a Denver Bronco thing when I did a custom, and people are like, he's a sick ass pedo, and what are you doing? I'm like, I didn't know. I just knew that was the song they played after a touchdown, but I had
Is
to
that
stop
the
doing
is that the Gary Glitter song? Or no?
yeah, I guess so, yeah. Like I
Yeah.
think that's his name, but
It's called Rock and Roll Part 2, right? Or
I just knew it as the Hey song, and it was on like jock jams when I was in high school. You know,
hey,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, that's Gary.
apparently
Glitter.
he's a piece of shit. So I don't know.
Oh,
I just thought the song was cool because
I mean, think of all the hip hop that's gonna get canceled with all this freaking P Diddy shit.
oh yeah.
R. Kelly in high school, man, he was
R. Kelly, yeah.
Yep.
and all the Bill I knew Bill Cosby himself. Like I knew the whole CD. I knew the tape. Sorry, I had the tape. It was the first tape I ever bought. That and Dire Straits' Brothers in Arms. I got
Nice.
it after a book drive. They gave us, where we can
Nice.
pick out, so much for 2 tapes. So I bought those 2 because they had Walk of Life on it. The cool
yeah.
video where they're all doing backflips and stuff in sports. But that was the other one, was Bill Cosby himself. And I knew all of it. And now I'm like, dude, that sucks, man. But as a kid, obviously, it was one of those things. But
Well, you better brace yourself because there's a whole lot of that shit going to come up. I mean, we're just starting to scratch the surface. I mean, these people, they get bored with just, they get their Bentley, they get their mansion, and then they're bored. And anyways, I think we'll see a lot more where we're going to be like, can I keep any movie or any CD? Because all of these people are gross.
Yeah. And you're right, Brick. I agree. I don't think there was any Diddy anything that I thought was a good.
No, but people under his label, I enjoyed.
And well, they were probably the ones getting abused, right? Obviously. So, I was a Tupac guy, so I didn't care for that side of it all. There was one time I was listening to the radio and some girl called in and requested Jock Jams songs. The request hour. Who the freak requests Jock Jams? You know what? The funniest thing, my senior year, when they announced everybody and they said, we now introduce the class of 1996, and we move the thing over, and the next song they play, let's get ready to rumble, and it's all dun, 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 dun. And that's when we left the court after our ceremony was to Jock Jam. So there you go.
Yeah.
But it was 1996. That was like, that was in.
Nice.
Oh, goodness. To be clear makes me laugh. Speed Racer taught me that the rich don't follow the rules. We follow. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's nice being Steve and my age, because we can just say that there wasn't enough videotape back then.
Yes.
Hold people accountable for any of the stuff that they were doing.
Correct. And if there was videotape, your parents dubbed over it to like the night court or something like that.
Night court or the news that your brother was on for 2.3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or that play when you were in the play in 8th grade and it covered you.
That still gets dubbed over eventually. Everything gets dubbed over.
Well, I always got in trouble because my mom would catch me when I'd have the Friday night Cinemax on there, because I would go upstairs and I would just hit program and I'd put a tape in there, and because then I would do it on the sneaks and then I'd just watch it later, and my mom still caught me. I got in trouble.
The late
you little pervert, what are you doing? You little pervert. You recorded
Kenzo
over your...
was a big Red Shoe Diary fan.
Man.
Yeah.
What was that show? Emmanuel. Remember the Emmanuel shows? Oh my God.
No.
All the softcore stuff. It's funny. Oh, funny. Yeah, well, I grew up in a small town, and nothing to do.
Same with me. Our town was like 500, maybe 800 people.
Man, never mind. Yours was smaller for sure.
That's very small.
Yeah, we didn't have
4,000. I think ours was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't have cigarettes, alcohol, magazines, video rentals, nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
A wedding tape with Thundercats. Yeah. Yeah. The worst part is when something's going and it's like a family thing, like that my grandpa was in a band. So when he's playing the saxophone and then halfway through, it's like a Bronco game. And my dad got in so much trouble. What are you doing? Recording over that,
Yeah.
The best part is that every VHS tape that you got came with like a label for the back of the tape, for the cardboard box, and all this stuff. And no one ever took time to put the labels on there.
No.
My grandfather was a fanatic, but my dad, not so much. We have Christmas tapes that are half Christmas morning. And then right when the good stuff starts, it turns into like, the 7 o'clock news or some documentary about firefighters that he had to record. It's like,
I might have recorded over a family video.
Oh,
It was of me crawling around on the floor, and my grandparents were in it. My sister was in it, and then it switches over to Flash Gordon.
The 1980 movie Flash Gordon.
Yup.
Oh, well, you can't beat that.
Yeah, you can always
I still
recreate
get
it now.
shit to this day for it, which I deserve.
Yeah, no doubt. Try to recreate it one day.
There you go, bud.
Yeah, right.
Crawl around on the floor.
Yeah.
The real question is, Bud, did you still have both kidneys during that video?
I didn't get it removed till I was 1, so I might have had both.
Oh, see. would have been a good memory to remember you had 2 kidneys at one point in time too.
Well, you're doing well for a guy that wasn't supposed to live past the age of what, 18?
Yeah, well, technically, like I wasn't supposed to live since day one, but what that doctor told me is I wasn't going to live past like 18 or 20. And next
Give him
month
a
I'll
call.
be 39.
Give him a call and go, screw you, unless he's already
Yeah.
dead.
Like, wait, you're not 40 yet. Though,
I'm
right?
sure she's already gone.
I think, Bud, you turned 40.
Right, buddy?
I think you turned 40 soon, don't you, Bud?
I turn 39 next month.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Parents just
You got your prime years ahead, man. You got your prime years ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Nintendo 64 Star Fox, huh? There you go.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I have definitely played multiple hours.
Oh, the soap operas. Yeah, my mom did Days of Our Lives too. That was.
Oof.
Yeah. If they were going to be out of town, they taped it.
Gross.
Oh my god, it's terrible. Go to the tape
I
of the
know
party when
most. I know most of the '90s soap opera storylines because I would be homesick a lot at my grandparents' house, and that's all they watched.
That's
all
horrible.
those storylines, yeah.
That's horrible. That must have messed with your testosterone right there.
Allison.
I had one of those dads. I was too sick to go to school. I was too sick to watch TV. So.
Oh shit!
Yikes!
Your dad was a Marine?
No, he was just an asshole.
You know,
I love him to death now, but back then, yeah, he was just an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny when it's funny when you grow up and then your dad realizes, oh, you're a dude. Okay, I can get along with the dude, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's how my dad was too. Like when I was growing up, he was like, I don't know what to do with you, man. I don't know how to talk to you or whatever. And then you grow up and it's like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it now.
Yeah, I was just a helper to cut the lawn and clean the house.
Yep.
Sweep the basement.
he's good. He's good for a while, Brick.
Ken is 72. No,
I just look young. That's all.
there you go.
Genetics.
Asian don't region.
Genetics.
I think this has to be read here. Allison says she recorded over a tape of the party when her aunt got awarded for 20 years of service at her job and was promoted, but that was on purpose. F that heifer. God. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's good shit.
Wow.
I wonder how many memories of Carl Allison is recorded over.
Right.
Oh man. She could. I don't think she could record any of that because that's called evidence. Oh man.
Gone forever.
Yeah, there were some things I wish that we had something to record back then, but like we had a buddy that like his dad would go to all our basketball games and he had that big old, clunker on his shoulder, and we have some of the cool videos of playing ball and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I like watching those old videos when somebody has it where they're like high school or the mall back in 1996 and they have that weird song behind it, but you're like, oh, I remember all that shit, man. That was so cool.
Right.
Oh well.
The problem with those old videotapes that your parents recorded of you in high school is you either got such a far back shot that you couldn't figure out who the fuck you actually were in the video, unless you knew who you were, or else it was an entire video of you with everything else going on around you that was like interacting that you didn't get to see. You're like, yeah, but I don't care about seeing me. I want to see, Jimmy or Bob or Sally or whoever, right? It's like,
yeah, everybody,
But Dad only focused on you the whole entire time. I was like, Jesus.
Yep.
8 punk shows and interview bands. They survived the pit. Oh, that's cool. Well, and I found one of those the other day. Well, it wasn't the other day. It was like a year ago. But when I would go on Tuesdays with my mom to the Goodwill or whatever else, and we'd go junking, and there was a one brand, it was in really good shape. It was still in that big old suitcase looking thing and had the big, and I'm like, that would be, and I'm like, but why would I buy that? Like, what am I going to do? I have so much shit already. I don't need to buy that. It's no. So I didn't. I was kind of happy I didn't do that.
That could be your next great webcam, dude. Just set that up in front of you, right?
Have the little flashing numbers. Yeah, I mean, it would. But now they have apps that do that. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't even need to. Now they could fake it, right?
Yep.
With a filter. Man.
Yeah,
Oh.
great.
Hey, does anybody know? Do all McFarlanes come apart at the waist like that?
You broke it.
Oh, that's
Yes,
cool,
they do.
man.
Oh yeah,
All
that's how
right.
they all are.
Yeah.
You pull the
Yeah.
hips off, and then the waist comes off. Yeah. it's
Okay.
just a
No, I'm
diaper.
trying to take all the pieces off of him, but I didn't know they even came apart like that. The legs both shot off, and then the
Yeah.
groin came off too. I was like, oh hell yeah.
Which one is that one?
That looks like Mandarin Spawn.
Mandarin Spawn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Using them for all the little parts, so shoulder pads, kind of
Mandarin Spawn for back in the
Keyboard.
90s was a badass figure.
That's sick.
Huh.
Didn't pose for shit,
Full
but it was a
weapons.
cool looking figure.
Damn.
Those will probably go with
Ninja.
Ninja when he comes.
Yeah.
Now be careful, Cobb. Adding stuff from other lines diminishes.
Oh,
it.
come on, bud. Stop it. I already feel like a dick for that. I'm already an asshole. Shut up.
I love you, Cobb.
Yeah. Shit.
I only heard that it was 3D printers that really diminish toy lines.
The lines, yeah. Painting too. Oh man.
3D printers, right? Amazing the things 3D printers can do nowadays.
I know.
So there you go.
What do you got there, Ken?
This is a Gridiron Studios M-Pack.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's one of their tank drones.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it's actually pretty badass.
Yeah.
I saw the pictures, but it looks even better when it's in hand.
Well, yeah.
Is it
I want to
new?
get several of these if I can. No, this is from like last year, maybe a year and a half ago. It's freaking awesome. Right. And they have the mech suits as well. Right. So
Okay.
right. You know, you could go buck wild on Gridiron stuff. They're kind of building their own universe and almost, right?
Yeah. Pretty much everything they make is awesome.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Gridiron site right now. I'll be right back.
All right.
If I zone out, you'll know why.
Yeah.
Masterverse. That's cool. Yeah, those look great, man. Those are really good.
It's on
Despara.
now.
She looks good. I think she looks good. I mean, I'm happy that Yurko sent me that email and said, "Here you go. Just use your code and you get it for free." So I got my Despara
She's
weapons.
gonna need those weapons and stuff.
So I was already checking
That's
out.
nice.
Rick was talking about that one shoulder pad matches up perfectly with Lightcore.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it actually looks, yeah.
the rivets and everything. It's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, good. So a couple things on him.
You had him coming out of the mutated Rattler. That's pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah, I was just messing up. Figure there's somebody cool you could put it on. I don't know who yet.
So he's
Maybe
just
like a Tila.
molting at that point, huh?
Maybe you do some kind of Tila like that, of like the snake hood, like with their head popping out.
That could work too. No, that was for he was asking you about that thing you were holding up, Ken.
Oh, sorry.
That was you said that was
Oh, it's scales 4 classified. So if you have a look at it and just grab, I don't have a classified figure here, but if you get a Monster Force figure there, right, it's supposed to be scaled for that line, right? You look at the size of the tank treads relative to the guy.
Jetman, if you go to gridironprops.com, they have a ton of 112 scale stuff built for
dropping stuff.
It's made for classified, but they have like their own stuff they do for it. Some loadouts that make the figures more like the vintage style and all that stuff.
That's cool.
It's not cheap, but it's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna love that Ninja Eldor. It's so good, man.
Now that and Shira came in, I'm shipped today. So.
How's the
Mattel sent that Shira, the other one, at the same time too. They got email.
Oh, so you got both at the same time?
Yeah, I was kind of waiting to see which one came first, and both on the same day.
Yeah, the chicken and the egg, eh?
Yeah.
At least one's free, so that's cool.
Nice.
That's all that matters. Hell yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to. I guess that that Origins wave is coming. Entertainment Earth again. So the one with Orko and Fangor and Grizzlor. So the cartoon collection.
It'll probably be like July when they drop on Big Bad Toy.
Yeah, it's crazy how Entertainment Earth is getting shit so early. But,
I mean, when you got that the Modulock, you got from Entertainment Earth, right?
yeah.
Or no, was it Amazon?
Amazon,
Yeah.
and then I have both. Yeah, but Amazon did come first. So weird.
Yeah,
So
because this
random.
guy, I mean, he's been in my pile of loot for a good month.
I think I ended up getting mine from Toy Stalkers.
Okay.
The leftover parts.
That's cool. It looks like a little plant. Look at that. Just a house plant for
Freaking
it.
what's his name from Moss Man?
Yeah.
Feed
Nice.
me,
Feed me,
Leftover.
Seymour, feed me.
Leftover from Moss Man and leftover from Modular. Throw them all together.
That's badass. My shoe's been sitting in the pile of loot for a few weeks. Need the pile to grow. Yeah. Very true. Very true.
I got a lot in there right now.
Yeah, maybe she did somewhere. Yeah.
3 more days and that's it. My kid's got 3 more days for his school too. Because they don't go, of course, Monday. They go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that's it.
Wow.
It's all done with school.
Shit,
Oh
our
man,
schools don't end here until like July 20 or June 25th or something like that.
Yep.
I have 1 year till my youngest graduates, and the kid's mom hit me up, said, "Oh yeah, we're doing a cruise. Don't know if you want to go with us for 7 days to Cabo on a what's that big
Graduation.
cruise? Royal Caribbean." I'm like, God damn, because my friend of wears like, "Oh, you'll be like a third wheel, huh?" I'm like, "No, I'll be like the 7th wheel," because my kid's mom, her new husband, both my kids will be going. They have +1s, and then freaking I'd be the 7th one.
Yeah, but then you'll meet your soulmate on the boat.
5th wheel.
So
That's right.
No,
you'll meet the girl of your dreams on the boat, and you'll be good. So there you go.
Yeah.
Come home with another one.
Just bring her back from Cabo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, Masterverse She-Ra, both of them are in my pile of loot. My first Masterverse pickup since New Eternia Evelyn. You'll meet a mermaid and fall in love, Cobb.
Yeah. Jump off the boat.
Start singing. I got 2 tickets to paradise.
Although they just lure you in and then they eat you, right? Is that how they do it?
Yeah.
No, I was on a call with the Coast Guard. And we were out in a huge gale, right? Like 90 kilometer gusts. Well, actually, it was up to 110 kilometer gust winds. And 3 people within our operating area died that day. We were trying to get to a couple of them. We couldn't get there. But by about the 4th hour, that mermaid, the song of the sirens kicked in, right? Where you're just going up and down on this Zodiac, like a little Zodiac with 400 horse. And it should have been a 45-minute trip. It took us 5.5 hours.
Oh,
we were just going straight up and down. But about by the 4th hour, I was like, all of a sudden in my head, I was like, I should just walk off the boat. Like I should just go off the boat. And I started to let go of the handles, right? And I was like, yeah, I mean, everything will be perfect. I was like, oh, something's going on, right?
dude.
So this whole sirens mermaid thing, you know, where they lure you off the boat.
They make you want to go, right? You're just like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just suddenly looked peaceful. Like if I just left the boat, it would be perfect, and all this shit would stop.
Damn. I got stranded after it was supposed to be a 3-hour tour.
A 3
When you said that too, it was supposed to be.
Was she a movie star? Was she the Professor and Marianne? A 3-hour tour.
And Ginger.
Man.
We just talked about that on the clubhouse. What was that, 2 weeks ago, Steve, when we talked about that? How they can make radios out of coconuts, but they couldn't fix a hole in a freaking boat.
Well, and every time they were just about to get somebody to help them, you know, Gilligan would fuck it all up, and man,
I would have sacrificed that motherfucker to the cannibals.
yeah,
Didn't the surfer just surf out there?
Right.
yeah, all the people that made it out there too, right, and then left, and they're like, okay, well, bring help. No,
Good luck, you guys.
yeah. The Harlem Globetrotters. That's right. They did go out there, didn't they?
Did they really?
I think so. He made a
That's
hoop and
Scooby-Doo.
everything. Yeah.
I was like, isn't it the cartoon version?
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe I'm thinking.
I think it was the
Oh,
cartoons when the
Maybe it's
Globetrotters
what's that?
did that.
Whatever effect, Mandela effect. Oh my gosh.
So Gilligan's a heavy drinker. What's she saying?
He was always getting into mischief. That's what I think.
Oh,
Wow.
Like-
I mean, that sounds like intentional mischief, not forgivable. I didn't know what I was doing mischief.
Oh no, he didn't know what he's doing with any of that shit.
Okay, fine.
He's like, "Hey, I'm Canadian." They're like, "No, you're not. Stop saying that, Gilligan." Quit going into Ginger's changing room. No. Oh no, he liked Marianne, didn't he? Or they all liked both of them, I guess, right? At one point in time. All of them except for Howell's wife. They didn't like her. I
They
guess.
were all swingers.
Yeah, that's it. It was just a big. That's why they never left. It was just a
That's
big
right.
swinger party.
It's been at least 25 years since I've seen an episode of Gilligan's Island, so I couldn't even remember.
longer. Yeah, I know when I was a teenager and I watched the Blue Lagoon, I was like, "Kid, that's my goal."
There you go.
Right?
Right.
To be on an island?
Live on an island with some hot chick. All you do is,
Find some food and then
yeah.
Google Gilligan Globetrotters and the 1989 space movie. Oh, nice. Filmation cartoon. Oh, yeah. So what time? That's tomorrow morning then, huh? So it's 8 o'clock your time, Mikey? Are you going to for that Dispara?
It's 9 o'clock my time.
9 o'clock yours?
No, it's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I swear it. I thought it was 9 o'clock.
They changed it up on us?
It did say 9 o'clock, didn't it?
I could have swore it said 9 o'clock.
I did too, and then this is Carol today. She's like, "Oh, did you order Dispara today?" I was like, "That's not today, is it?" I was like, "It's tomorrow, right?" And I went double checked, and then I seen it said 8 o'clock. I was like, "What the?" So I changed my alarm.
8 a.m. Pacific, so in 7.5 hours.
Yeah, they're trying to.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm glad we discussed that right now because I would have been pretty pissed off.
It'll probably still. I mean, well, maybe not. I don't know. She looks
I don't
pretty
know.
cool.
Yeah, you never freaking know.
I don't think she's gonna sell out. That she'll survive the day.
I mean, then you got the day after, anyways. But still.
I mean, I was originally only gonna get one until Kenzo's like, "Hey, I'm making weapons. You want them?" I'm like, yeah, I'll get two.
I definitely need two.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why the first thing I did, and you know what's cool is I have my little flash drive with 10 of the staff and 20 of the swords, and it all printed perfectly clean. The supports were just right.
Oh,
so now I can just put them back
There
in
it
and
is.
print 10 more if I want.
Same Bujaboo ones.
Yurko.
Alien.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
Is that
did.
right?
They're the exactly like classics
Yeah,
for the origins.
I think the Bujaboo did too.
I think all of us are going to need a set of those.
Yeah, Yurko just dropped it the other day, like 2 days ago or yesterday. Oh. What's up,
cool
K-Dog?
those extra swords.
Welcome in, sir.
Hey, K-Dog.
Hey, dog. Yeah, right, eh?
Brooke Shield was 14 on Blue Lagoon. Oh, no, there's some more shit.
Was she 14 or was she 15? Not that it matters.
Either way, yeah. Either way, Chris Hansen's going to have you sit down right over there.
No. Well, I
Have a
was
seat right over there.
I was like 15 when I saw it.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. It would have been fine because the ages were the same.
Yeah.
Any movie from the 80s era that left a forever cool moment. I have 2, Transformers and Return of the Jedi. Honorable mention is Batman 89 and more of a Marvel guy.
Transformers 86. Absolutely.
Return. And I mean, for me, a forever cool is Back to the Future. Any of them. I don't care I don't care. Talk shit about 3. I loved them all. Back to the Future. If it's on, I'm sitting down. I
I got to stay on brand. '87 Motu movie.
You know, I didn't like it back then.
I was gonna say
so-
I actually didn't like the movie back then.
Yeah, I didn't care for it back then.
For me, it's Karate Kid. Obviously, you saw Halloween, and I was
Yeah.
Karate Kid 6 times.
Yeah.
And
Karate Kid was my thing, man.
Karate Kid was great too. Yeah.
My favorites were Predator and frickin' Platoon and Aliens. The second one.
I definitely
Yeah, those
love
are all
Predator.
great, man. All great ones.
Oh, Red Dawn. I loved Red Dawn. I wanted that to be my theme for my life. Just Red Dawn. I could just
What's the main helicopter in Red Dawn?
Wolverines.
Yeah.
The Hind.
Behind, yeah.
Every kid that year dreamed of being a bunch of teenagers just taking out the Russian army, just blowing people up.
Yeah.
Oh, and Weird Science, because you know,
Oh yeah,
why not,
that's
right?
great.
Because that's another thing where you're like, I wish I could do that when I was, you know, you're
Yep.
12 years old, 13 years old, going, that is.
Oops.
You got Ken Cubes now. All
Pretty
right.
much. Pretty
Yeah.
much. One day we'll make that a live stream, Ken Cubed. On an off week, when
Yeah.
when I don't want to put up a video, I'll just do a live stream, make it Ken Cubed.
Stand By Me was another good one. Yeah.
Stand
Oh,
By
that
Me
was
was good.
Legend of Billie Jean, Friday the 13th, and Andy
Legend of Billie Jean
Yokuni.
Goonies
is
was
such a good movie if y'all haven't seen it.
Vision Quest. How about that one? Lunatic Fringe. The wrestling movie. Did you guys ever see Vision Quest? That was a pretty good one. My buddy that I lived with for a while, he was my roommate early on, and he was a wrestler. He was actually doing wrestling in college, and he like always watched Vision Quest. That was like his favorite movie ever.
I don't remember that.
Ooh, Jetman Rocky. That's another. Yeah, solid.
It was good.
Yep. What's a solid one?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, late 80s,
Uh-huh.
but still makes the 80s.
Still gets in
Yep.
there. Huh?
Yeah.
Gremlins, Halloween, and Lost Boys. Yeah. Dude, I'll always think about that with like the Chinese food and them eating maggots. Oh, man.
Big Trouble in Little China.
That was good.
Yeah, I watched that movie tons of times.
Yeah. See, K Dog, we were talking about that getting a little Ken cubed or Ken, well, I guess it would be cubed, right? We need
Pretty
to get
much.
that done. That would
Right.
be a good show. Come on, be a good show.
Ken Dog, and Kenzo. You do it.
Oh shit. So I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of the other 80s stuff that was well, all of the like Raiders of the Lost Ark was a great one too when I was a kid. I watched that at the drive-in outdoor theater. And I remember I was really young, scared the shit out of me, you know. I was like nervous with the blanket, you know, covering up when that shit was when it was going down, you know.
Yeah.
Because I had some scary shit going on. Tango and Cash.
Some good comedies like Weekend at Bernie's, Caddyshack,
Oh, yeah.
Well, as
Princess
far as
Bride, definitely.
Stripes.
comedies, I would go with Top Secret and Airplane and Naked Gun
Top
and
Secret.
Oh
Oh,
god.
yeah.
Naked Gun, definitely.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles. Oh my.
That was 70s though, wasn't it? Or was that 80s?
Was it? I
Blazing Saddles, that had to be like 79 or
Yeah, I was gonna
80.
say, I think it
might
was
have
late.
just made the 80s. I don't know.
Surprisingly, that was my dad's favorite movie, and he showed it to me when I was like 6. I was like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah. No
Blazing
shit.
Saddles is a classic, man.
Yeah,
Couldn't fly today, but it was a classic.
definitely
back then.
not.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, not today.
That was the part, Allison, where I was freaked the hell out when his face was melting. Yep.
Yeah.
Uncle Buck. Yeah, some more.
Uncle
John
Buck.
anyone with John Candy was
Great
Anything with John
Outdoors,
Candy
yeah.
was great. Yeah. Plane, Trains, and Automobiles is like my top favorite movie.
Those aren't pillows. Oh,
Yeah.
that was a class. That was there was so much, and it's funny because now when you think about it, it's just crap, or they're trying to do a remake of something else, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
would say Guilty Pleasure, Mannequin. I liked that movie a lot.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kim Cattrall. Yeah.
Kim Cattrall, yeah.
She was. Dreamscape was great. That scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Oh,
FBC. When the guy turned into the snake on the train and like that was scary, dude.
Oh, The Last Starfighter was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Good one.
I like Starman too. Starman was cool.
Starman, War
Enemy
Games.
Mine.
Starman, Starfighter.
War Games, yes. War Games
War
was.
Games.
War
Would
game.
you like to play a game?
Mhm.
How about global thermonuclear war?
One more great question. It could be. Can see top 3 music artists of the '80s. Got Prince, Billy Idol, and Madonna.
Wow.
No Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, Miguel. Miguel's up there.
From the 80s. Wow.
Night of the Comet.
Enemy Mine was such a good one, man.
Oh,
God.
Enemy
Oh,
Mine was
yeah.
a great one. Yeah.
Has
was
to be
pretty good.
artists. It can't be bands.
Mickey Mouse. Well, I guess it could be
Yeah.
either way.
I'd say it could be artist or
Whatever
bands.
floats your
I
boat.
was
there,
like,
I think.
I was
Is
still into
Metallica
like
good?
bands
Yeah.
back then.
Is Metallica more 80s or more 90s?
Yeah, Metallica's 80s. for
Metallica was
sure.
definitely solid 80s.
They were
Yeah.
better
No,
in
but
the
the Black
80s.
Album was 90s. That's why it's.
That's when
Yeah.
they sold out, though. That's when
But that's
when Hetfield got a
Master
went
of
to
Puppets,
Yeah.
Ride the Lightning,
Ride the
and
Lightning.
Justice for All are like their 3
got
best,
those.
I feel, and those are all 80s.
Kill 'em all. Kill 'em all is
Kill 'Em
one of
All
the
is
best.
great, too.
The Black Albums have got me. Maybe I'm just biased. That's all.
Hetfield went and did some singing lessons and thought he was like, I don't know. When he was yelling, it was better. For me.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's like, hey, hey.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
No, he blew his voice out and had to relearn how to sing.
When nothing else matters
Yeah.
hit, you're like, come on, dude. What happened?
Yeah.
Go from Master of Puppets to Nothing
he
Else
still
Matters.
yells in the chorus of Nothing Else Matters, though.
Yeah. Yeah. They ate the football. Wait, what am I thinking? Where did they eat the football? We got too much going on.
Yeah, right, eh?
Enemy Mine when they ate the football. I think
Oh,
is what he's
okay.
talking about.
That's right.
Oh.
And he had the baby too, right? The men had the baby for the Dowitch guy. Or not Dowitch guy, but what was his name? It was
What?
Dowitch, right?
That was Lou Gossett Jr. that played that,
Yep.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Man, it was so good. Like the even the makeup and
Speaking
everything.
of
the
him,
way
Iron
his
Eagle,
eyes
that was
and all
another great
Oh
80s.
yeah, Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Firefox,
Firefox. Yeah.
Blue Thunder.
Enemy Mind.
Enemy Mine.
Well, Enemy Mine is like, it's just like because they started out and then they, mine enemy. Yeah.
Weren't they?
My enemy is me. Enemy mine. Yeah. Laura Branigan and Sheila E. Yeah. I mean, Enter Sandman is one of it was. That is one of the ones from the Black. And that was Black Album reminds me of high school basketball. We listened to that all the time on the bus ride.
Yeah.
And that was like,
Because when
That
that
was-
came out, you didn't necessarily. Did you think right away when they did Black Album they sold out, or was it not until Load?
No, it was a good album. I love the Black
Yeah.
Album. Don't get
It's
me wrong, there's good songs on there. It's just
I think a lot of the hate came with Load and Reload. Right.
yeah.
Having said
yeah.
that, Until It
Load
Sleeps
is-
is still one of my favorite Metallica songs. Even
they
though
cut
Fun
their
fact,
hair,
I
they
was never a
changed the
Metallica
logo.
fan.
Like a lot of changes
Megadeth?
happened with Load.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It all depends when you jump on. Like when Kill 'Em All first came out, we were passing that tape around all the time, right? And then Ride the Lightning, and all the other ones. So by the time Black Album came out, I saw the concert, but when it came out, we're just like, dude, these guys, we can't do this anymore. These guys
Yeah,
suck.
it was very, very different. Yeah.
because it felt
Yeah.
more like rock, it felt more like
It was pop. It was kind of poppy rock. Yeah. I mean, I still like some of that stuff, like Don't Tread on Me and a handful of other songs I like.
King Nothing was pretty good, and that was
that's
Load.
way late, right? Like that's off of Load, right?
there was a few, and like you said, there was the one that they did with the orchestra, and you're like, what are you
Oh, the
doing?
S&M album. So here's the thing, right? A lot of like pop fans, they still look at the Black Album as too heavy for them. At least when I was growing up,
No,
there are a lot of people I know who love,
Which is
the-
crazy.
like if they listen to Madonna and all that, like sorry, Metallica, Black Album is like full heavy metal for them, right? The Load album is too hard and heavy for them, right? So
Gotta go show them Lamb of God or like 6 Feet Under and then
Yeah, right.
okay.
it's just because you all kind of grew up in that scene, right? Like I grew up more, like had an older sister, had a young aunt who lived with us, so they listened to, Madonna all the time, and listen to Celine Dion. So when I blared the Black Album, which wasn't until the late 90s for me, they're like, what is this heavy metal stuff? And I'm like, I guess relative to what we listened to was heavy. So, right? Even Load and Reload were heavy for them, if you could believe.
Wow.
Right?
I mean, even with that question, like as a kid in the 80s, I basically didn't really listen to my own music. It was like Bryan Adams and stuff in the back of my mom's car. It wasn't anything I really wanted. It wasn't until maybe MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice and that kind of stuff did I really get into like, oh, I like this music.
Yeah.
And then like the Ninja Turtles movie soundtrack and
Go Ninja Go.
The Mighty Ducks 2 soundtrack. Like I had all these soundtracks.
Nice.
Well, the funny thing is like I was the same way, but it was my dad's music, so it was always classic rock. So that's why the first tape I ever bought was Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. That was the first, that was Money for Nothing and Your Chicks for Free. That was
Dire Straits for sure.
But like for me, it was Stevie Ray Vaughan because my dad. It was Clapton because of my dad. It was like all that. That was the stuff. We would go cut wood, or we would go out to the mountains to pick mushrooms or whatever. We would go out there, and that's what it was. It was always classic rock, and so that's kind of what I was used to. But
yeah, my dad liked Tower of Power.
Tower of Power. Yeah, I don't know. I still like that though. Like if Dad and I, if we go somewhere, it's always like just put that same music on. It's just cool. It just reminds me of that. We'd have just some sandwiches in a little cooler and a Coke and just cutting wood, and he would be cutting it and I would be bringing it down to the truck and getting it ready for the winter. That was good shit because it was just him and I.
Yeah, see, Collecting Brothers says my dad gave me Queen. See, I was introduced to Queen through the Mighty Ducks soundtrack.
Oh, we will rock you, and
we will rock you, and we are the champions. And then it was like, oh, this band's cool, and then I'd go get their cassette or CD.
Whatever. I found out who Queen really was when I heard the Flash Gordon soundtrack.
Well, yeah. I mean, my last name's Gordon, so I heard that quite a bit growing up.
I mean, I knew some of Queen's songs, but I remember my cousin got that album. We played that thing until you couldn't play it anymore on my uncle's.
The Bohemian Rhapsody.
Wayne's World.
There you go. 77 by Kiss Destroyer in Kansas, Point of No Return, Grease, and the Blondie Parallel. There you go. First albums. Broke the piggy bank for it.
Nice.
Let's see. You have a question. King Panther has a question for you, Ken. There you go.
Oh, if any for G.I. Joe Classified HasLab this year, assuming you get one. Well, my prediction for a G.I. Joe HasLab this year. Wow.
Not coming.
Well, it wouldn't. Yeah, I mean that's the obvious one is it wouldn't be coming. But you think that the thing they haven't done is a C vehicle, right? So naturally, your mind would say the killer whale, right?
Nah, that's too big.
I know, but they went land with the hiss. They went helicopter for Joe. They went airplane for Cobra with the Rattler. What's left? Sea vehicle for Joe.
Yeah.
The whale. Right.
For some reason, they've shied away from all the sea vehicles, right? They haven't done the
hydrofoil
or the swamp rat or any of those, even the smaller water vehicles.
And Zartan's little thing.
Yeah.
Swamp skier.
They're planning on doing a Skyhawk though, right? They already got the Dragonfly, so they're covered the sea thing and also put out a playset. They could do.
Isn't it Fans Hobby doing the Skyhawk, or are they both doing it?
Fans Hobby's doing it, but Hasbro's got it in the books already, as far as I know.
Yeah, there's some leaked stuff that came out.
That's because they can
do a battle platform, which would be awesome.
That'd be tactical battle platform.
Because it wouldn't take that much plastic, really. It's big,
and it
wouldn't take that much plastic.
Yeah, it's literally a platform, right?
Yeah.
So
that'd be huge. Where's anyone going to put that?
Right next to their cat's lair in their
same place they're going to hang a freaking 3 foot by 3 foot airplane.
And the dragon that they're getting from freaking.
Might as well just make the flag while they're at it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that dragon. Whew. That hype's going to be gone for a little while. It'll come back, and then everybody's.
That's the downside with Kickstarters like that, right? Was it a Kickstarter officially, or was it a pre-order?
They didn't use the platform.
The Dragon. I think they called it a fund, like a fundraiser,
A
but
crowdfund. Okay.
crowdfunded.
Crowdfund. There you go.
That's the word.
It's like they're doing with the snake layer over at Mattel. Crowdfund.
What was the funding goal for that again? Do you all remember?
1,500 units, right? For the Dragon.
That's the 1,500 units times how much was it?
I think-
$600.
Yeah, 550 for a base model.
And then all the extras had their own stretch goal or their own goals, right?
So that's an $825,000 goal then. Okay.
Jetman says the Mauler.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
Uh-oh.
Classified Manta.
We got a yawn in Canada.
Yeah.
And
I may have spent
doesn't
my entire afternoon and evening editing until I got here, and now your brain is just very fuzzy when all you've done is edit for like 5 hours straight. So
Yeah. That is the one
Oh,
part
good.
that you just don't expect how much editing you have to do. I know you have probably triple the amount of editing just because of how you are. But
yeah,
you know, it's still not fun, even if you're like me and you're just like half brain dead anyway. So
yeah. Even now, I'm second guessing something because I'm doing history of GI Joe in 1991, and you know how sometimes I go into like the world of pop culture, what's going on in culture around that period of time, and because y'all mentioned Bryan Adams, I just realized I put in there that his song "Everything I Do It For You" was actually the hit song that year, and I'm like, did I really need to mention that one?
Yeah.
Did I just kill the mood by
Yeah,
mentioning
totally.
that one?
Was that from
Right?
Robin Hood?
Yeah.
It's because I mentioned Robin Hood. I said, and then Bryan Adams made a song that would basically become the anthem for that. I didn't name the song. I didn't play a clip, but I'm like, did I just kill the video with putting that in there? Even showing. Anyway, whatever.
And
I'm really
Three
surprised.
Musketeers movie was Bryan Adams, Sting, and Rod Stewart.
Yeah, that one was a bit
Stewart?
later. Yeah,
Yeah.
All for Love.
All-
That one?
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay, see,
Yeah,
I'm not
18
the only
in
one.
the
I'm not
chat.
the only one who's raised on Bryan Adams, right? So
You should never remind people of Bryan Adams. People have suffered enough in 2020.
Allison told me that when I played a clip from Summer of '69 on a video of mine, I'm like, but that's the exception.
Mm.
No,
Well, that was fun. Even the South Park. That reminds me of the South Park episode.
Yeah.
And they're like, Canada has this and that. And they're like,
Bryan
we've
Adams
already
are
apologized
many
for Bryan Adams. What
I
about
like
Bryan Adams?
yeah.
Oh.
Well, he cameos in another video of mine because it's the year he had that hit song, and I have to be fair about what went on in pop culture that year. So
The Boy Who Could
But
Fly.
hey,
Fred Savage's character.
Terminator 2 came out in '91 as well. So there you go.
I'll do it.
God damn these moths.
Sorry, Kenzo.
They're
Oh,
everywhere.
they've
I don't
invaded
remember
that
much
actually-
about
one.
1991. I graduated from high school. It was a lot of a blur.
Yeah. It was interesting though because like that was like when Hasbro bought Tonka out. So there's a lot of moving parts in the toy industry during that period of time. Like even how they bought them out and how close Mattel's bid came toward to being able to buy Tonka. You know, there's a lot that happened there. See, there you go, K Dog. Okay, it's good.
K-Dog approves.
K Dog approves of my little everything I do cameo.
Anne Marie, Dr. Agreement in 1979 clearly states we don't have to keep Bryan Adams.
Allison will click out at that point in my video. It's near the end.
Yeah.
Allison.
That Anne Murray song, I made the perfect whatever it is joke of it. And instead of you needed me, it's you peed in me.
I
sing
think
that
I
quite-
did that to like half the songs I've ever listened to. I've always done something, said something, to make it
Yeah.
funny.
Well, you ever see? I mean, didn't you mention 2 Tickets to Paradise earlier? Wasn't there a commercial where the guy sang it as 2 chickens to paralyze? You ever see that
Was
one?
there?
I
That's
remember.
great,
I
yeah.
remember they actually had him like where they before he
Yeah.
passed away. He was on one of those commercials for like a travel agency or something.
Yeah.
I do remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Oh man.
I never heard of 2 chickens to paralyze, but when
No.
you need
Yeah,
money,
a
I
guy
would put
singing it in
past
the
them.
office like that is for a travel
No,
agent.
Rod Stewart, he's unbearable.
See, that's
Oh.
different, right?
And that's
Yeah.
again South Park. Hey, poop my pants. Rod Stewart. He has liver spots all over him, and oh my god.
If you love my body.
No, it was he was pretty bad. That was another one.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Jetman.
Oh. Weird Al, huh? There you go. Weird
I
Al.
read that as weird AI, but I guess it does say weird.
I
Yeah,
say,
really.
look at it. Another
Weird
weird.
Al was a talented motherfucker, man. That
Hell
guy
yeah,
played
he
a lot
was.
of
He's
instruments, man.
good. Yeah, his
Like
movie
my-
was so good.
Even my kid was like obsessed with watching like Fat and Eat It, and like he
Yep.
watched the videos on YouTube when he was younger.
Yep.
Yeah, Dr. Demento, we used to go to, we'd have sleepovers out here in the country, and we'd go over to whoever's house, play Dr. Demento all night. It was so good. Fish heads, roly poly fish head. Oh, the best one is dead puppies aren't much fun.
Yeah.
Open another tab and go to YouTube and enter "Dead Puppies Aren't Much Fun." It is the best parody song you've ever heard. It is so good. Fishheads was amazing. Yeah, and then what's his name? Mo. He was in UHF movie. He was the wood the wood teacher or whatever that cuts off his thumb. He's like, you just have to watch when you're cutting that you don't
Squirting everywhere.
Yeah.
I do remember that one. I remember that scene. I don't remember what the guy looks like though. Trying to think about.
He's a comedian he was always on Dr. Demento. Brilliant guy. Mo something. Great film.
We're not going to get any music. Does it not work now? Because we're already on. Let's see.
Yeah, sometimes the audition, Steve.
Yes.
So you-
Woo!
Oh,
Good golly. Hopefully that wasn't
Moving.
too loud for
Got
everybody.
tears in my eye.
That was beautiful. So yeah, I was wrong. It was Emo Phillips, not Mo. It was Emo Phillips.
Phillips.
Yep,
There you
Mo
go.
Phillips, that's right.
What's up, Ronnie? Yeah, we're still
oh
up.
hey,
We just,
how you doing, man? I didn't know you and Ronnie trick shot knew each other. Interesting.
yeah, it's a small world, isn't it?
Everybody knows Ronnie Trickshot.
Yeah.
Anyway, fellas, it's 4 a.m., so I'm dumping
Shit.
off here.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I think it's time to head out for
Wrap
me
up.
as well.
Yeah, it's a good stopping point. That song just put me in the mood to sleep for a couple hours.
Kenzo's going to
Nice.
go listen to it a couple more times as
Yeah,
he drifts off the
dream
streams.
about the
Dead
old dogs
feet.
I used to have that are dead
Yeah.
now. So.
Yeah.
Old Yeller.
All right, guys. Well, I suppose we'll see y'all tomorrow then.
All right.
Allison's running shit, so we'll just
good.
Right.
answer
So
to
she's gonna do
Allison
it, okay.
tomorrow.
Perfect.
All right. Anybody got anything before we go?
I don't
All
know.
right.
I'm
Well, then
good.
I will end in my normal fashion and tell you guys we'll see you next time. But in the meantime, please stay out of the streets. Bye, everybody.
There we are. Oh, I'm so glad you all stopped by. I hope you had fun today. Yes. Don't forget, sometime during the day, go over to Mother, put your arm around her, hug her, and give her a big kiss and say, I love you, Mother. And when Daddy comes home from work, do the same thing. And don't forget to pick up your toys when you through playing with them. Oh, did you kids have a lot of fun today? I'm glad you did. We're going to have to say bye-bye now. We'll see you about the same time. In the meantime, please stay out of the streets. Bye-bye.